sideline. He is gone. Touchdown, Redcoats. Cody Puzio answers back with the 50-yard rushing touchdown to tie this one up. Fires overthrown and intercepted. Caden Toronto with the pick. Melville on a toss, looking to throw. Melville winds up, and Gabe Rio has it. Touchdown, Redcoats. Puzio fires in the end zone. Touchdown, Redcoats. Kyle Melville. Big jet sweep, Braithwaite looking to throw. It is intercepted again. Toronto with his second of the half. Looking to throw, winds up, a wobbler, intercepted. Carmine Rio to Melville and is in for a Redcoat touchdown. We will let this clock wind down, and the Berlin Redcoats, they win at Scalise Field and Sage Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to beautiful Scalise Field here at Sage Park, and we are watching tonight the Simsbury Trojans face off against your Berlin Redcoats. My name is Tommy Morrissey Corsetti. I am here joined by my co-host Cole Pike. Cole, pretty chilly, but a beautiful night for football here. You excited to get this game going?
I'm excited to get this game going. I mean, last week we had a day game. We're back to night games. We're back to better atmospheres. We're back to what these players are used to. I'm excited to get this on the road.
Absolutely. The night game, it just gives an extra feel to the game. Anyway, we are now going to get here into some visitor stats.
So the Simsbury Trojans are 68th ranked in the state, 2-5 record, a win rate of 28.6%, 18 total touchdowns. They're not the best team, but you don't ever know. Maybe some players could have their best game. We'll see how this pans out.
Absolutely. They did put up a 40-point game earlier this season, so you never know. Now on to some BHS stats. Your Redcoats, they are 5-2. They are on a hot streak. They started 1 or 2. They've ripped off 4 wins in a row. They're ranked 39th in the state, but in prime position to get into the playoffs. They have a 71.4% win rate. They've scored 25 touchdowns, including a couple decisive victories these last few weeks. We are excited to get and see them going.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some QBs here, all right?
All right. So getting into the quarterbacks, the quarterback from Simsbury, Patrick Matishik, has a passer rating. We couldn't quite get that passer rating, but he does have 964 total yards, 6 interceptions, 13 touchdowns. The senior, number 10, starting quarterback. See if he can be the difference maker. He's got to be the guy that pulls all the strings.
Absolutely. I will note those yardages by him are only through the air. We do not have his rushing stats. But why don't you tell us about Cody Poos?
So Cody Poos is the starting quarterback for your Berlin Redcoats, a junior with a passer rating of 75.6, 1,087 total yards, 3 interceptions, 15 touchdowns. Has been playing amazing for his first year of varsity football.
Absolutely. He's incredibly efficient. He uses his legs. He's a great player. Let's get into it. We're going to highlight some Berlin players here who have been playing especially well this year. We're going to start with running back Kyle Melville, who, without a doubt, has been dominating this year. Despite some injuries, the senior has 489 rushing yards on 81 touches. He scored 7 touchdowns. He is the power in which this offense runs. But I'd like to say he's not the only one that's dominant. Let's look at the defensive side of the ball.
So Will Balicki going to come up here for your Berlin Redcoats, a star of the defense, the junior outside linebacker, 1.5 sacks, 15 total tackles, and a safety. He has been definitely their best defensive player these past few games.
Absolutely. Let's also note, outside of those stats, he's a force to be reckoned with. He's covering well. He's putting pressure on the QB. That is really where he thrives. He doesn't try and pad his stats. He just tries to make that game-changing impact. Let's now look at one more offensive player, Kyle Melville's partner in the backfield, Aiden DeJesus, running back duo. Well, Melville is a little more shifty, a little more evasive. DeJesus is pure power. He runs downhill. He pops defenders right in the face. He runs them over. 399 yards for the senior on 40 touches. He got 3 touchdowns, but he runs incredibly efficiently, incredibly well. He's a great offensive force.
He's definitely their pound-for-pound running back, but how about we take a look at some stats in this game from the Berlin Redcoats and the Simsbury Trojans.
Absolutely.
The Berlin Redcoats are obviously 5-2, 25 total touchdowns, 2,000 yards with only 4 interceptions. The Simsbury Trojans, like we said, are 2-5, so the record is switched around. 18 touchdowns, 1,500 yards, just about nearly 1,600, and 6 interceptions. But besides the touchdowns, you got pretty similar stats, I would say.
I will say. The stats are better than their record implies. I think they are a good team. They've gotten unlucky in the past couple games. I think they're going to put up a good fight. Let's look at some weather for tonight. Here in Berlin, Connecticut, it is 60 degrees, but we have got some 9-mile-an-hour winds that are putting a chill through both the players and us. 36% humidity. Great night for some November football. I think it's going to be a great game.
I think it's going to be a great
game. We're now going to go to the Pike pregame analysis. Now, Cole, tell us what we're looking at tonight.
So you're looking at a Berlin Redcoat team who is definitely a really good defense and offense team. But the thing that has been a big game changer, the special teams has been on and off in multiple of these games for the Berlin Redcoats. So we need to see how good the special teams can be because like we said in previous past games, this special teams, it can affect the game just as much as offense and defense. They're one of the main reasons on where the offense and defense would start out on the field.
Absolutely. I also want to just mention Berlin's defensive front has been phenomenal. They are great at stopping the run. Very few teams have been able to run with any near amount of efficiency against them. They are dominating on the defensive front. Now, let's go into some predictions. I think Simsbury is going to put up a good fight. I think it's going to be a close game. I'm going to predict a Redcoat win at 27-23.
You're going for a close game.
I think it's going to be a close game. I think Simsbury is better than they indicate. I think they're going to play well, but I think your Redcoats pull it out.
I would disagree, Tommy. I mean, they're just coming off a huge win, a big blowout. I think it's going to be the same score as last game against the South Windsor Bobcats, and I think this game will end 35-14 at the end of this game.
Well, we'll see who's right. Thank you guys so much for joining us for our pregame. We'll be back at 6:30 for kickoff. Thank you very much.
Welcome to Scalise Field here in Sage Park in Berlin, Connecticut, home of your Berlin Redcoats. Wait a minute, I said home of your Berlin Redcoats. That's right. Tonight the Redcoats play host to the Trojans of Simsbury High School. In this Friday Night Lights CIAC matchup. As a member of the Central Connecticut Conference, we adhere to all conference guidelines. We expect fans and participants in tonight's contest to display sportsmanship. A no-tolerance policy is in effect for any fan who berates players, coaches, or officials. Anyone who violates this policy will be asked to leave the premises immediately. We expect everyone to recognize this contest as an educational setting and to behave accordingly. And now for your starting lineup for the Trojans of Simsbury High School. Number 2, Andrew Kerwin. Number 4, Cole Roberts. Number 10, Patrick Tuzik. Number 14, Alex Medina. Number 58, Aiden Hope. Number 59, Lucas Martins. Number 65, Aaron Lawler. Number 70, Jeff Von Pinchman. And number 72, Gil Baxter. And last but not least, number 87, Shane Butler, your Simsbury High School Trojan starting offense. And now, your starting defense for your Berlin High School Redcoats. Number 2, Cyrus Ravanoff. Number 4, Caden Torado. Number 5, Carmen Rio. Number 7, Nick Malicki. Number 9, Christian Riccitelli. Number 10, Gabriel Rio. Number 20, Kyle Melville. Number 34, Lucas Ravanoff. Number 54, Sean Granger. Number 58, Will Balicki. And number 77, Jared Riley, your Berlin Redcoats. If everybody would please stand, remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Tonight, the Berlin High School Choir will sing the national anthem under the direction of Tyler Boyle. Umpire, Terrence Vernon. Linesman, Mike LeVay. Line judge, Gerald Jones. And back judge, Mo Mead. On the chains tonight, we have Todd Anderson, Sam Rice, Mark Hannon, and El Capitan, Tom Undercoupler. And joining me up in the booth tonight is the Honorable Rick Kareska.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here just moments away from kickoff. We can hear the Redcoat band hyping up the crowd. I'm looking forward to a great football game tonight. What about you, Cole?
We're going to see what happens. I mean, I feel like I said, I think it's going to be a blowout, a 2-5 versus 5-2. I mean, you said it's going to be close. We'll see what happens. It can go either way today.
It really could. I'm excited to see how it plays out tonight. And I think it's going to be a great game. Looks like the Redcoats are kicking off to start. And they are awaiting the Trojans' entry to the field.
So Jake Solner last game, he ended up going 5 for 5. And, I mean, we're excited to see how he's going to pan out. He might go 5 for 5 again. He might go 0 for, you never know. You never know what's going to happen.
But I feel he is a real solid kicker. He's a great, really great at his position.
He is really
definitely deserves a shout-out for tonight. I think he's going to play very well. Kicking from the right hash. Trojans with 2 back. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to welcome you to our stream here on BHS TV and WERB 94.5 as Solner kicks it off. Looks like it's going to land at about the 15. The Trojans are turning. Cuts up towards the sideline. sheds a few tackles and is thrown out of bounds decisively around the 30-yard line.
Looked like he got spun down right at the 30. Like we said, the special teams can make a huge difference in this game.
Absolutely. It's a great way for them to just set the tone, make sure the game is played the way that they want it to go as your Redcoat defense comes out. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this starting defensive interior line is phenomenal. The D-line, but I want to mention the linebackers. You have Sean Granger, Will Balicki, and CJ Riccitelli playing in there, and they are just forces to be reckoned with. All of them strong, fast, they hit you hard. It's so hard to shed a tackle from any of them. They are truly a highlight of this Redcoat defense.
Something else you can look at, Gabe Rios wearing number 10 instead of his original number 3 as we get ready for the first offensive snap of this football game.
Absolutely. And motion, takes a snap, hands off, finds the gap, cutting to the right for a huge gain before he is taken down from behind by Nick Balicki. A great tackle there from the freshman. However, that is enough for a Trojan first down as they start this game off with a nice, solid run there. Now they are moving fast.
Yeah,
Seems like they're going.
They want to do hurry-up offense. They want to try and get in the heads of this Redcoat team. That's what's going to win them this game.
Absolutely. Clapping the snap, takes it off, play action, dropping back, throws it to the side before he is taken down by Caden Tirado for a quick gain. That pass is thrown to Stephen Wharton. Great.
One thing that's interesting about this Redcoat team, they don't run a tight end, so every single player you see in that secondary, they are all the starting receivers. Melville, Rio, both Rios actually. Caden Tirado.
All of Dasher in there sometimes for a nickel package.
In there. They are some of the fastest guys on this team, which is why they play corner and why they can win them this football game. And deep balls are not effective in any other scenario.
Absolutely. It gives them the ability to catch up if they get beat. Great prevention for deep ball. You got motion on the side. Takes a snap. Play action. Evades a tackle, is running up to the middle. Sheds one and is then met by a sea of defenders. Oh, looks like some choice words are being had.
Flapping gums early.
Absolutely. In there, I saw Cyrus Revenoff and Carmine Rio both in there on the tackle, among others. But appears we're going to be looking at a 3rd and 2 here. This is where, 3rd and 1. This is where this Redcoat defense thrives. They're good on these
great on third downs.
Short runs. They're great on 3rd down. Oh, looking like they're showing blitz. Takes a snap, pressure in his face, and it is thrown at I don't know who has it. Incredible
and
catch
it looks like
there
a catch
by the Trojans. Contested catch there. That was Stephen Wharton again. Very, very well done there for the catch. Normally plays cornerback. The sophomore is now here tonight playing receiver as they move the
like
chains.
Some pinball action right there. A little tip, and it fell right into the hands of Wharton.
Absolutely. Carmine Rio was there trying to make an interception. He was just not able to come down with it.
It was a 50-50 shot.
Motion again, takes a snap, and he hands it off, cuts up the middle, and is met by that Redcoat defensive front. Wow.
To me, it did not.
CJ Riccitelli,
the former quarterback, I mean, that snap right there, it did not look fast. It did not look deceiving to the pass at all. It was just a slow snap to the run.
Absolutely. However, we're going to be looking
running
at
back Colin
2nd and
Cremens
9 now, but
typically listed on max preps as a receiver, but he's playing running back in this game.
Yeah. Almost maybe in a, oh, and we've got a flag. False start on the Trojans. They are moving back a little bit.
Exactly what the Redcoats want. They're going to be pushed back now.
Absolutely.
Bring
Great
it back up,
momentum shifter as the Trojans have the first flag of the game. Looking at 2nd and 14 coming up. Now let's see. They've gone run heavy early. I got to imagine they're going to try and throw it.
I think you try to pass it here. Try to get what you can. If you don't get it, I think you really do pass it again. But this Redcoat secondary is so good. You've seen little deep balls even attempted from the games we've been watching.
Absolutely. I think they should go for a mid-range pass, try and just set them up for a good 3rd down. Redcoats only rushing 3. They bring a 4th now. Pass out to the side. Caught, and enough for a first down. Stephen Wharton, again, has incredible speed on that outside. Whoever is covering him needs to real focus up here because
wide
he is
open.
beating them every single
Looked
time.
wide open on that out route. Matishik is the quarterback, delivered a perfect pass, honestly, towards that left sideline. And Wharton is a really fast receiver from what we've seen early.
And that's what you need to do here. You just need to let your receivers make plays, make the right passes, and looks like we've got a timeout from the Redcoats here. but good start for the Trojans. They're driving down the field. Despite that penalty, they're making progress.
I mean, this defense has to step up, especially on the secondary. They have to guard Wharton tight. He's probably going to be their #1 target all game, especially from what we've seen early.
Absolutely. I would almost suggest maybe a double coverage, maybe have Gabriel up in press and have Logan Dasher, who has that great closing speed, almost as just like a C, or like just be there to get him and get to him. Don't let him get the yards after the catch that he's so good at. And now Redcoats defense out there ready to make the next play, but looks like the Trojans are taking every last second that they can to make sure they get into the end zone or at least get a field goal early here. As now they are lining up, ready to take the snap.
See Stephen Wharton's in the slot near our sideline.
Absolutely. Now Wharton in motion, takes a snap, screens it out to him, and he is met from behind by Will Balicki. Great job. Wraps him up, loss of 3 on the play as he just tracks him down from behind.
Like we said, that's the guy that we need to watch this game. Will Balicki, I believe that was. He's been the star of this Redcoats defense this entire year.
Absolutely. However, I would like to say every member of this defense plays well. They are a cohesive unit. They do their jobs. They play efficient defensive football.
Matashik, the quarterback, who has not been on the best team. He has had some really good games. Like we said, the 40-point game earlier in this season. Excited to see what they can bring to the table and try to push this Redcoat team.
Absolutely. Takes a snap. He's dropping back, only rushing 3. Scrambling out, sets his feet, throws down the field, and it is almost intercepted, but he was out of bounds. Great play by Carmine Rio there.
Like we said, that
closes
deep ball.
The distance. He gets in there.
It's the deep ball that you don't ever see for this Redcoat defense. They've been amazing at stopping them, just like right there, playing tight coverage. If he just had a yard more of space, he would have been able to pick that off.
Absolutely. Like a shark who's drawn to blood, Rio just closes that gap. He gets in there. He breaks up the play. And that's really what he's excelled at all year. Now we are looking at a 3rd and 13, showing blitz. Takes a snap, they rush 5, pressure up in his face, rolling to the right, gets rid of it down the sideline, and it is incomplete. Melville on the coverage there.
No flag.
Rio in the area, great
like
defense.
He tried to draw pass interference, so this kicking or punting team, I believe, will be coming out. I believe they're going to
I would kick it here.
Kick this ball.
Be a 45-yard field goal from here. Getting a little far for a high school range, but it seems like they've got confidence in their kicker's leg.
It looks like they will indeed kick it. A 47-yard attempt.
Jeez.
Coming up here. This kicker's huge, though, Tommy.
No, he is a big guy. I'm sure he's got a strong leg as he lines up the kick.
Adanta Gonzalez.
As he kicks it, and that is no good.
Way
Pulled
left.
way to the left.
Didn't have a shot, it looked like.
Absolutely. We'll see through the rest of the game. Was that a duff, or is he just not have that kind of range behind his leg?
And not many kickers, especially in high school, have that range. We do have someone who can definitely kick from 47 yards, but I don't know why you're kicking from 47 yards right there.
Absolutely. I would say make the effort there. Either go for it on 4th down, just punt the ball away, pin the Redcoats back near their own end zone. As now Puzio out there ready to take the snap. Torado in the backfield.
Torado's in the backfield. No Melville, no DeJesus in the
Trips
backfield.
on the right side. Puzio takes a snap, tosses out to Torado. Torado cuts up. He is taken down, and the ball is out. And it is picked up by the Trojans. Torado fumbles the ball, and the Trojans gain the ball with great
that's not
field
what
position.
you want right there. Torado fumbled it immediately off the first offensive play that you have. That's not what you want to start this game. A bad start to this game for this Redcoat team.
Absolutely.
Wharton's getting open, Torado fumbling. They got to respond from this heavy.
Absolutely. And if you're the Trojans here, you are excited for this second chance. You are looking to jump at Torado's fumble. You've got great position inside the 15. Looks like they're just going to run it up the middle. They got a fullback in there. Oh,
he gets
ball's
smacked,
out,
the ball's out!
And the Redcoats get it. Will Balicki.
What a hit!
I think he's going to not be playing the next couple of drives. He is down on the field. They are going to need to bring in a medical team. Oh my goodness. Balicki had him the instant that the ball was in his hands. He hit him right in the face, and he is down on the field. This is not a good look.
What a hit.
Jeez.
Seemed like they didn't even know he was there.
Just absolutely ran right past his coverage, and it's going to be a Redcoat ball near their 20. However, the Trojans do have a player down on the field who is moving but does not seem to be super responsive. It is number 4, Colin Cremens, and he is standing up now. Crowd applauding him.
You don't ever want to see injuries, no matter who your opponent is. If it's your rival or not, you don't ever want to see injuries.
Absolutely. It looks like he just had that wind knocked out of him, and honestly, I don't blame him. I think almost anyone would have had the wind knocked out of him, but as he goes off to the sideline.
As we get ready for this Redcoat offense coming back out on the field with similar field positioning to last drive. Puzio in at quarterback with an empty backfield. It looks like 4 receivers in the game in Rio, Tirado, Gabe Rio, and Kyle Melville. Puzio a keeper, and he is met immediately at the line. Could not get what he wanted as Cody Puzio, who's been one of the best rushing quarterbacks in the state this year, Tommy.
Absolutely, and despite being taken down, Puzio seems energized. He's getting ready to make this next play.
I feel like that hit just sent a shockwave through this Redcoat sideline.
Absolutely, the team was fired up. The Red Sea is cheering. They are ready to go.
As they break the huddle, and Melville is in the backfield with the Jesus lining up at fullback. They have Tirado and Carmine Rio on the left side, Gabriel on that right side, far right. Puzio fakes it, fires, Tirado nearly dropped it, but he recovered it in time and ran for a couple extra yards, which will bring up 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the
Juggling
Redcoats.
catch there made by Tirado. That was incredible. It hit him in the hands, it popped up, but he stayed focused, he pulled it in. He made that reception a very well done job.
You can hear this band getting ready, Tommy. I mean, you can hear drums, you can hear trumpets, you can hear trombones, you can hear everything.
Absolutely.
Puzio takes a snap, hands it off to Jesus, is going to push, and
will he have it? That is close.
This is going to be close.
Moving the chains, they gave it to him.
And that is a Redcoat first down to Jesus, like we said, the powerful runner, able to run right through the defense and get that first down.
Absolutely, and that's where he really excels, especially on the goal line. But situations like that, he's just able to push forward. He is able to get through defenders, get that extra half a yard you might need to get that first down.
Puzio empty backfield once more with 5 receivers in the game, 3 on the right side, 2 on the left. Tirado the man in motion. The give to Tirado, looking for a block, cuts it back up to the middle, and he will be stopped about a gain of none, maybe even 1 yard on that. The jet sweep is something that Tirado has done a couple times in this game already. I mean, he's been running back multiple times. He's been a really good player. He's the senior, 2 interceptions last game on the defensive side of the ball.
Absolutely, but it seems like Simsbury is responding well to that. They are reading that jet sweep very well. They are stopping it. They are getting air. I think the Redcoats should look for a change in plan. Let Puzio air it out. He's got a great arm. Let him hit his receivers.
You have DeJesus in the backfield with Carmine Rio and Tirado still lined up on that left side. Puzio looking to throw. Puzio going to wind up for the deep ball for Gabriel, and it's just out of reach for Gabriel. A little bit too far.
Looks like Rio got stopped up a little there. Didn't have the momentum he was looking for.
This will bring up 3rd down and 9 coming up here for the Redcoats.
But I'd like to mention great blocking there on the Redcoat line. You had a late blitz coming off the right side. However, they adjusted well. Specifically, I saw
Sean Granger. I saw Nicky
Ibrahimi pulled off his first man and met that blitzer well. Give Puzio the extra time he needed to get that throw
on the left side. Puzio empty backfield. Puzio looking to throw, rolls out to his right. Puzio is just going to do what he does, tucking and run, and he gets tripped up out of bounds.
Absolutely, he is hit hard there. Looks like he is almost in a little bit of retaliation for that big hit earlier, and the Redcoats look to be sending out.
They're punting him. I mean, that's what you got to do in this scenario.
Absolutely, you're looking at 4th and 4 or 5. You just got to send out the punt team. Got a good punter in Cyrus Revanoff, so.
It could be a botch punt. You never know what can happen. I mean, you have fast guys getting down here. You have Dasher.
Yeah.
Here we go, right, awaiting the punt moments away, and here it is. Cyrus Revanoff will punt this one away. The ball will be landing inside the 25, 30-yard line. He will just fair catch it. That's a smart play right there. You had many men coming right at you. I think you just failed to fair catch that.
Just that amount of speed downhill. I'm sure they're now a little bit nervous about these big hits, and they just.
Especially from Will Balicki. I mean, if you do that again, you get the ball again. 2 straight fumbles on 2 straight plays from both sides.
Absolutely. They're just trying to let him have the breathing room. Don't risk that big hit that took out number 4 earlier, who does not seem to have been returning to this game. Looks like we've got Spencer Meese in now, or excuse me, Harry Tyndall, the junior, in at running back now.
Matishik awaiting the snap. There's the clap in the snap. Matishik dropping back, rolling out to his left, looking to throw, and he is just flushed down by Sean Granger. Goes down for a sack. Redcoats.
I'd like to mention there the prominent pressure. You had Balicki off the right side. You had Riccatelli in the pursuit, and Granger is the one who took him down in the end. Great, great defense there.
It looked like Lucas Revanoff, not Sean Granger.
Absolutely, my bad there. And now, the Redcoat band hyping up this crowd. You have now got a 2nd and 19 here. Got to imagine they're going to air it out, try and get yards. Got trips on the right side here.
Matishik dropping back, looking to throw, fires over the middle, and it's caught. And you can just see him later. Whedon is gone for a Simsbury Trojans touchdown.
Great play there. He was patient in the face of pressure. He got the throw off. He hit his receiver and just let him use his legs, which he
like we said, Whedon's going to be the deciding factor in this game. He's a really fast receiver. He's gotten off that line quick, got open immediately. Whoever's playing coverage on him, they need to play a little bit tighter, maybe even double.
And that was Gabe Rio in the pursuit. He was right on his tail, but just unable to get that little extra bit you needed to make the effort on that tackle. Now for the extra point.
Extra point awaiting us here. Snap down, hold is good. The kick is up, and it's right through the uprights. So Simsbury extends their lead 7-0. Just under 4 minutes to go with 3:33 left in this game. And here we go. Simsbury ready to kick this one off.
And now looking at the Berlin team coming up. Now you got to think the Redcoats are trying to set the tone back to the way they want it. They are looking to have a good and efficient offensive drive. As they're waiting to kick off, you've got your standard Carmine Rio and Cal Melville back to receive it.
2 really fast guys that can really get down that sideline. They get a couple blocks, they can get going all the way down for a Redcoats touchdown.
Absolutely, and even if they don't get that, just getting up to the 35, the 40, the 45, setting yourself up well, allowing you to use your strengths and really create a good offensive drive here could be huge.
We have not seen a special teams touchdown in any of these games that we've seen. A touchdown here would be amazing, Tommy.
Absolutely. And now the kickoff, low kick, but that has got the distance. They're just going to let that one fly nearly out of the back of the end zone.
That kicker does have a leg. I can see why they put him out for the 47-yarder.
Absolutely, but it was that, honestly, if that was a 47-yard field goal, that would have been right down the middle. That was straight. It had a nice spin to it.
I mean, maybe he does have the leg and that was just a little off. I don't know. We will see what happens as Puzio gets ready to string together an offensive drive that could put the Redcoats in contention.
Absolutely. Now, this Redcoat offense got Melville in the backfield, Torado and Carmine Rio on the left. We've got Gabe Rio on the right, DeJesus as the fullback. Last time they ran this, said it was a play action with a quick little pass to Torado. Let's see if they pull out something similar. Hand it off to Melville, and he dives forward for a gain of a few.
So you see Kyle Melville's definitely the better running back of the two. In different situations, different scenarios, you put in the right guy, I think. But I think Melville should be your pound-for-pound running back. And I feel like DeJesus, you can put him in for those 1, 2, 3, 4 yard. As a 2nd and 6 ready to come up here for this Redcoat offense.
However, DeJesus does have a good amount of explosiveness to him. He can explode. Now Puzio on the empty backfield. 2 on his right. Now Melville in motion. Takes a snap, slings it out to Melville as he runs up, cuts between 2 defenders, and will be close to a first down.
And I think they give it to him.
They are moving the chains.
They gave it to him
For
for the
Redcoat
first down. Melville
That's
coming in
all
motion.
you need to do. You just need to do enough. Move the chains forward. Just play some good football is really what the Redcoats need to focus on here. Don't worry about what's happened so far.
Yeah.
Just get in the end zone. Allow your players to make the plays they need to. Puzio takes the snap. Yeah, play action to DeJesus. Flicks it out to Tirado, who has got speed. He cuts up the middle and is taken down after a 6 or 7 yard gain there.
Looked like a great game from Caden Tirado off that screen, a little bubble there. He did a little play action read, I believe that was.
Absolutely, and that is the Redcoats run a lot of this. It works well for them.
So it's a 6 yard gain, 2nd and 4 coming up for your Berlin Redcoats.
Absolutely. I will note something different. Puzio is calling more plays in the pocket. A few games ago, he was going to the sideline for every play. He's taking some leadership. He's calling the games in the pocket. You love to see that from him as he takes a snap, hands it off to Melville for more than enough for a first down. Great, almost a 10-yard run there as the Redcoats will move the chain.
Melville definitely the captain, the leader of this team, and he is one of the best players on this team. If you ask anybody, they will tell you however Melville plays is how that game's going to go.
Absolutely. And now, it's like the Redcoats. If I'm them, I'm going to run it right up the middle there. Run it up the gut. Try and keep enforcing the ball.
We're under 2 minutes to go here left in this first quarter. 1:20 left.
Absolutely. As Puzio, empty backfield. Melville in motion. Takes a snap, and he will take it himself and cuts back up the middle before he is wrapped up from behind and taken down for a 2-yard gain. He pops right back up, though, and seems ready to go.
Took a little awkward tackle right there. He got spun down right before midfield, I believe.
But you got enough for a gain of 2 yards there for your Redcoats. Puzio seemed to like what he saw on the run there. And he tried to make a play out of it. There's just nothing you can do in some of those scenarios when you got 4 or 5 defenders around you.
They just shut the run down. I think they've just been looking at film, looking at these previous games, how Puzio was able to get these big rushing touchdowns.
Absolutely.
Against Daniel Hand, he wasn't able to rush that much in that game, which is, I think, what Simsbury is going to try and take away from him, force him to throw the ball.
Fullback set to the right, takes a snap, hands it off to Melville, who dives forward and is met immediately and thrown back. Should be a gain of about 2.
And I think he's going to have enough to get into Simsbury Trojan territory.
Absolutely. We're now going to be looking at, this was a gain of 3 now, looking at a 3rd and 5.
That will take us to the end of the first quarter.
Absolutely. Looks like they're just going to let that clock run out. We are at the end of the first quarter here. Great. Not the way the Redcoats wanted to start it, however. They seem to have the momentum driving here in the first quarter, looking like they're going to get ready to get back in there, score the ball. I think they're going to get it down there. I think we're going to have a whole new tone to this game after they get in there.
Great first quarter by Simsbury, Tommy. I mean,
absolutely.
On those out routes, on the, drags across the middle, been killing these Redcoat defenders. I feel like that's got to be their game plan.
Absolutely. For a team that came in 2-5, they're not playing like it. They're playing good football. They're making the defensive plays. They're getting in there. It's shaping up to be a pretty good football game. I'm excited for the rest of it.
Your prediction? Look pretty solid.
All right, we will be back at the start of the second.
So we would like to thank our watchers on BHS TV and our listeners on WERB 94.5 radio.
Absolutely. So we've got a 7-0 lead here for those joining us. Simsbury up on your Berlin Redcoats. So Redcoats come out on the Simsbury 48-yard line. You can hear the Redcoat band playing to the tune of the Red Sea. They are ready to drive. They are looking to score this touchdown.
They look a little bit hyped as we get ready to see what awaits us for Cody Puzio.
Puzio by himself in the pocket, and the pass has been motion, but he just takes a snap. Only 3 in his face as he passes to Tirado, tipped off his hands and incomplete. Tirado's been having some trouble catching this game.
Yeah.
Puzio's been hitting him most of the time, but they're just bouncing off his hands.
They're solid reads, they're solid passes. If he can get that right in there. I mean, I think you got to stick to the run in this game, Tommy. I feel like the run has been definitely the best part in this offensive game for the Berlin Redcoats.
But in my mind, you can't just stop passing it to Torado. You got to keep getting it to him. Try and get him in this game. As now the punt team out for the Redcoats, their second punt in a row. As low snap and punted away by Revenoff. Fair catch called for, as he'll let it roll. Taking a good roll there for the Redcoats. They'll be pinned at the 9-yard line.
Inside the 10, a great punt there by Cyrus Revenoff.
Cyrus Revenoff with a great boot. Looks like the defense is going to have to step up. This drive, I'm going to be looking at those linebackers. C.J. Riccatelli in the middle and Will Bulicki and Sean Granger on the outside. They're such a cohesive unit. They put pressure on. They really do. A force to be reckoned with.
They are really solid. Both edge rushers ready to get to that quarterback. They are very fast, strong, smart. Football is always being played when they are in the game.
And I think a real advantage they present is they can line up on the line of scrimmage. They can line up, and as a linebacker, they can back up, play more in the middle of the field. They can be in coverage. They can blitz. Obviously, as we saw from Bulicki earlier, he's a great tackler. Granger and Riccatelli are too. As now the Trojans deep in their own territory. Takes a snap, hands it off, cuts to the right, and is taken down soon. Seems as if Cremens is back in the game after that huge hit earlier, and he was shaken up a little bit, likely past any protocol he had to get through.
Colin Cremens, the 5'10", 160-pound wide receiver usually, but will actually be playing running back in this game. I believe he's a senior, if I'm not mistaken.
Absolutely. I'm also watching Stephen Wharton on the Trojans this game. He is quick, he's speedy, he's a great slot receiver, and now if I'm looking correct, it looks like they're keeping Gabe Rio on him. A little bit looser coverage as it is thrown to the other side, and Melville is in there to break up the pass. Great defensive play by Kyle Melville. He got his hands in there, he broke up the pass. He did not let any production be created.
Now what's interesting about Stephen Wharton, he's 5'9", 145 pounds. He's a sophomore.
Absolutely.
And he's able to tear up varsity football just like as we saw.
Makes you think, what is he going to be doing in 2 years?
I feel like, what we're seeing right now, he's not on the best football team, but they're definitely better in this game thus far. The Redcoats have to pick it up to be able to pull out with this win. They can't afford another loss.
And honestly, that is the way that you build a football program. You have young players who thrive as they take the snap, dropping back, looking to pass, fires to the side, and that is incomplete. Riccatelli up there on the contest seems to have tipped it a little bit, and Melville there right behind him making sure that ball was not caught. The Redcoats secondary right now is playing very, very well at preventing.
I think they've just been playing really solid, this defense, apart from that one touchdown.
Absolutely. Now it looks like the punt team is coming out for Simsbury. And that one touchdown, it might be a freak accident. It was a great play by Wharton. He just used his speed, as we've now got Rio and Melville back there to take the punt.
We'll see what happens here. You got two really fast guys ready to receive this punt in Rio and Melville, like you just said. I feel like they're going to be punting this one all the way back to Melville. If they can't get pressure on him, they will be returning this, so we'll see what happens here.
Absolutely. Deep in your own territory.
Snap is good.
They had an extra blocker in there. Low punt, and that will take one hop, roll down to about, and they're going to let it keep going.
Inside the 40.
About the 48. Melville having some words to say to the Trojans as your Redcoat offense returns.
Not happy. You are down by 7 in the second quarter on a team that you should record-wise beat in this game as we get ready to see what Puzio can do in this offensive drive.
I'm Puzio. I'm not only looking to hit my receivers and make good plays, I'm looking to keep them involved, to spread the love amongst them. But I want him to try and get Torado a couple good catches and a couple good plays. Let him build up that confidence. He's had a shaky start, but I think he really can get back into this game and be a huge difference maker.
See Gabriel lined up on our right sideline with Melville, the man in the backfield. This is an in-division game. There's a little bit more in this game that the players have to fight for. Handoff to Melville, who's going to keep going, getting a push. He's going to have enough for a first down, Redcoats.
12-yard run there. Now, with it being an in-division game, that means there could be serious playoff implications here. Your record against your division is considered as a tiebreaker.
The Redcoats cannot afford another loss. If they do, I believe they are out of the playoffs.
Absolutely. They're looking to keep their hot streak alive here. Melville with a great run there to produce a first down. Looks like now we are going to
get ready to bring up a fresh new set of downs into Trojan territory. Ball will be placed at about the 48-yard line.
Fullback formation again.
Fullback formation again. You have, I believe that's DeJesus in that fullback. Puzio play action. Fires over the middle. He's got Torado running across the 40-yard line and inside the 40, nearing about that 35-yard line. And first down, Redcoats moving those chains.
Exactly what you want. Puzio was patient in the pocket. He found his guy. He hit him right in the hands. He's getting it to Torado. He's building back up that confidence. That's what a leader does on these types of teams.
Absolutely.
When you start shaky, you cannot lose all faith in your players. You have to trust the guys around you, and that's what Puzio has shown so far this game.
Puzio back in the empty backfield formation. It looks like they only have a couple
motion.
formations. You got 1, 2 running backs. And Torado, man in motion. Puzio, a keeper up the middle. Cuts back to the left side, looking for a block. And he's spun, still on his feet. And he will be brought down for a gain. It looked about 1-2 yards or so.
Absolutely. Looking at the RPO there, I do think it was the right choice. But this Simsbury defensive front is counteracting the run really well. They're getting in their faces. They're not letting them run the ball.
2nd and 7 coming up here for this Berlin Redcoat offense.
Absolutely.
As Cody Puzio, I mean, he's definitely been a runner in every game we've seen, but he can really pass the ball. If you don't play it to solid coverage, he can dot your defense up.
Absolutely.
So Puzio looking like Melville running back. And Jesus, the fullback, going to give to Melville, as he's not going to get much and is going to be about a 1-yard gain from what he just had.
He's taken down very, very quickly. We are now looking.
So Cody Puzio is definitely the better quarterback of C.J. Richatelli, who was the starting varsity quarterback, as we said last game. As we bring up 3rd and 5 here, I wouldn't be worried if you're a Redcoat fan. I mean, I would just trust what Cody Puzio has. I think he passed it here. Tell me, what do you think?
Absolutely. You don't want to get risk. You don't want to risk being stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. You are close to being in Solner's range.
They stack 3 on the right side. Puzio looking left side, dumps it off to Gabriel. He's going to have enough for a first down. Carmine Rio, excuse me, and he gets across the 25, looking like he's inside the red zone. Carmine Rio with a solid gain right there.
Puzio, he stood tall in the face of pressure. He had 3 defenders right in his face, and he just got that ball to the open man. Great job there. And Carmine Rio, he used his legs. He was evasive. He just got through for a first down.
Fast, elusive, smart, strong quarterback Cody Puzio is to be able to get that. There were 3 on the right side. He looked left side and was able to get it right there.
Absolutely. 1 in the backfield here.
Puzio, play action, rolling out to his right. He's going to keep it, and he looked like he spun down a little awkwardly, but he's able to get right back up for a gain of about 1 yard, it looked, maybe even a gain of none.
Absolutely. So I can give him 3 yards on that play. Great job by Puzio to get as much as he could. It
did not look like 3 yards to me personally, Tommy, but
I agree with you, but this Simsbury defense, they are fast. They're catching up to everyone.
I'll tell you what.
Redcoats really need to let their talent shine over their speed.
A little weird formation as Melville is the man in motion to the left. Halfback swing passes the play, and he'll give it to Melville, who cuts up field, and he gets upended there inside the 20. And I'll tell you what, you are in Solner range.
Without a doubt. The one thing you cannot take here is a sack. You need to keep the ball moving forward or moving nowhere. A sack could take you out of his easily makeable range. You do not want to let this become a 2-possession game. You have to keep it as close as you can.
I think if you get pressured, you throw this ball away, because if you get sacked way back there, you're right out of Solner range.
Absolutely. You never know, though. Puzio, he can extend with his legs. He's great at finding the open man down the field. You'll have to see, looking at a 2nd and 7 here. Excuse me, 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7 coming up. You have 3 wide receivers on the right side with Carmine Rio on the left side. It looks similar to what we just saw. Puzio throws to Torado, who has it, but he's not going to have enough for the first down. I believe he's
taken down pretty
quickly.
Couple
yards short. And
Tate Mariano there.
They are going to go for the field goal, and you are in Solner range. We'll see what happens.
It's the right choice. As much as Puzio is playing well, you got to take the points where you can get him, especially when down in this game. Against the team that you should beat.
Yeah, you absolutely have to take the points right here, as Solner gets lined up with Melville, the man to hold.
See, Solner has been pretty consistent within this range.
Awaiting the snap. Snap bad, hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. It looked like a high snap to me, personally, Tommy.
Melville brought it down that 30-yarder right through the uprights, and that is the points we are looking for.
I'll tell you what, being a holder is one of the toughest positions in football. I mean, I was talking to a former football player here in Connecticut, that's a sub at our school, and he was telling me how holder is probably one of the hardest positions in football. You got to be able to catch that snap, especially right now. It's cold out.
I think we've made a mistake. I think he might have missed that kick. It looks like they're bringing out the defense here. Looked from our angle like it was right up the uprights.
Looked from our angle like it was good.
A little bit out to the right.
Waiting to see what the Simsbury Trojans have. Matashik waiting the snap. Matashik hands it off to Kremens, and Kremens cutting up the left sideline and brought down by Gabriel at about the 30-yard line.
Great tackle.
So they've been running a couple running backs in this game. Colin Kremens, and their other running back has been number 20, Harry Tyndall.
It seems like Tingle was only in there for a moment when Kremens looked like he might be out for the rest of the game after that big hit. Redcoats got to get a stop here. It is
Kremens is
paramount
back in the game, luckily,
that they get this stop.
Showing
pressure,
blitz, and it looked like a little offsides. A couple jaws being
false start. They drew it. Well
done. They did
done.
draw the false start. It looked to me like it could have been offsides. It could have gone either way. That looked like a 50-50 call to me.
But there's the thing, offsides, it's only offsides if he snaps it while you're offsides. As a defender, if you run forward, you can get back in time, and if that offensive line moves even an inch, if they sneeze, it's a penalty on them. And that is a great job there by the Redcoat defense.
Matashik dropping back, looking to run, and he gets spun down.
Great job there.
By
number 35, Camden
Lavoie, the sophomore, getting varsity reps against the Simsbury Trojans.
Absolutely. Great job. He just pulled him down. He held on. He didn't let him get further than he should. So really, really great defensive play.
Absolutely, Tommy. I mean, absolutely. I mean, you're just talking about a resilient defense in this game who did let up a touchdown, but they are still playing with the same heart and desire how they usually play.
Without a doubt. You got to play like it's a tie game. You can't let the score get in your head.
We're nearing halftime, under 4 minutes to go.
Looking at a second 15, and we got some flags.
The Redcoats fans seem to be happy about that.
Another false
start. Another false start. They're going to be pushed back another.
I'm sure they will hear about that in practice on Monday.
Absolutely.
Those are the things that are going to let the Redcoats get back in this game. You cannot let
false starts. You can't let that happen. Now you're facing second and a billion yards. You're facing second and 20.
Not quite a billion, Cole. Looks like 20. But, you know, it must feel that way for them because, you know, you've got to imagine they're throwing it here. They cannot get into a third and more than 10 here. That's so risky.
Second and 20 coming up here with Wheaton, the man in motion. Fake it to him.
They're tipped in the air.
It's real short. It looked like tipped.
Cam Lavoie again got his hands on that. Great job looking at a third and 20.
What do you do here? Do you run it? You're in your own territory, third and 20. You don't really have a shot anyway. Do you just run it? Don't risk anything other than an interception.
Absolutely not. I love a deep ball here. If it gets intercepted, it is the same as a punt. Think about it that way. It might hurt your stat sheet, but it's intercepted and your wide receivers can get him out of bounds soon enough. It is just a punt. It's aggressive, and if it's completed, you have complete momentum.
And they are showing a pass. Matashik stepping up. He is flushed out. He's just going to run in, not going to get the 20 yards that he needs.
Lucas Revenoff,
well
the senior.
short. Lucas Revenoff, the senior, with the stop.
Got in there.
Fourth and 10, and we're going to be seeing a punt coming up here for the Simsbury Trojan special teams. Now, you said you wanted a deep ball. Yeah. They did give him extra yards. Apparently, 4th and 6 coming up as the punt team shows on this field.
They took advantage of those penalties. They did not let them get anywhere.
You said you wanted a deep ball. You got a quarterback run.
Well, don't always get what you want. You can wish, but
you can
got an interesting punt formation here. Looks like ultra in terms of preventing a blocked punt.
Here comes the punt.
Create almost a second wall there.
This will be way out of bounds.
Looks like
Carmine Rio just said, I want to let that one roll right out.
But now Redcoat offense coming out there.
2:41 left in this second quarter.
despite the momentum they had, it's like, and that missed field goal by Solner hurt them. I think they're going to try and produce here. They got to get the ball in the end zone before the half. They get the ball after the half. They could double up some points here. You got like a 2.5-minute drill here by the Redcoat offense.
An interception would be huge after you score. I mean, you need to get on the board, first of all.
Absolutely.
And then your defense could come up clutch with an interception. We saw it in numerous games past.
Absolutely. And once you get one thing, this Redcoat team falls on you as Puzio takes a snap, dropping back. Clean pocket, looking to pass. Fires it over the middle, a little low to Melville. Looked like it might have slipped a bit.
Did not look like the best play. Maybe, like you just said, it looked like it slipped a little bit. Was not the best pass.
Absolutely.
As we're awaiting halftime.
Good effort there by Melville to get down. But here's the thing, you only burned 3 seconds off your clock there. That is not killer to you.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't want to burn too much time because you want to score a touchdown. If not touchdown, you just want to get a field goal. If you get on the board, you get the ball at halftime.
Absolutely.
2 field goals get you back in this game. Puzio rolling out to his left. He's flushed out.
Rolling
looking to
off.
run,
Looks
and
like
he will keep it, and he's just going to run out of bounds for a gain. It looked like about 3 or 4 yards right there.
Absolutely, and honestly, best you can make out of that play. You got to do what you can, but now the Redcoats are facing a 3rd down. This is not good. This is what keeps happening. They have
It's just been third down.
Failure of a play on the first. They try and produce, but don't do enough on the second. We're looking at 3rd and 9 here, and you've got 3rd and long, and you cannot risk giving up this ball here, because if you do, the Trojans could go up have a 2-possession lead here, and although your defense has been good, you do not want to risk that. Puzio in the backfield. Takes a snap, rolling to his right, looking to throw it downfield. No one open, and it is intercepted. Great play there by number 9, Tate Mariano.
It looked like Tate Mariano just like absolute. I think his eyes got the size of a baseball when he saw that throw. It went right to him, honestly. It was not the best pass. Some Berlin wide receivers looked a little bit upset.
Absolutely, looking a little lost out there, but what can you do? Now, however, the Trojans have good field position. They are looking to drive here. This is not shaping up to be good by the Redcoats. I'm sure you're going to hear a lot at halftime about how they can improve, but
as Matishik gets ready to try and lead another drive, I mean, Wharton has been his definite best receiver just far in this game.
But since that touchdown, the Redcoats have silenced him effectively. They've locked in on that coverage as they play action, quarterback run, and he is taken down immediately. Will Balicki, huge tackle for loss. He had him by the shoestrings, and he just pulled him down.
Been playing amazing this season. What a season from Will Balicki. Some would say he's even all-state-like.
Absolutely. We know he's being talked to by colleges, and you understand why. With defensive plays like that, that is what you are looking for.
Do we have any preference on colleges?
I guess you'll see.
See what happens.
Absolutely, as now standing in the pocket, takes a snap, dropping back. 3-man initially, bringing a 4th. Pressure in his face, rolling to the right. Balicki on the pursuit, gets it off to the side. And that is Wharton with the reception. Only for 2 yards. He's trying to make something out of nothing there, and they achieved that. It's like the Redcoats are buying into the Trojan method. Force them into a 3rd and long. However, I wouldn't call it the Trojan method. I think that's just a good football strategy. Now, if you're the Redcoats, you're thinking, wow, we get a stop here? We might have a chance.
Yeah,
you might have a chance to push that ball down the field.
If you do get an interception here, if you do, you could even just force a 4th down because they're going to punt you. You're in your own territory.
Absolutely. You know that Puzio has an arm. He can throw the ball deep. If you can get someone open down the field, you can really open this game up.
Saw it especially against Daniel Hand. He threw an absolute dime. I think it was like 40 yards right to Gabe Ria.
Showing pressure. And
looked like a timeout
called by the Trojans. This point in the game, you have got to be thinking, if you're Simsbury, you've got to not give the Redcoats a chance. If you give them a chance right here, you could before you know it, you could be down 2 scores.
Yeah.
That could be just about the worst situation. You've started hot, you've stopped them on a defense. Your offense has played well enough to hang in this game, but you cannot let them get any sense of momentum
You don't
at
want
all.
to be down 2 possessions at all, Tommy. I mean, you just showed a timeout. You're on 3rd down. You have to just force them to 4th down on this play. This is going to be a pass 100%. They're not trying to chew off the clock. They're trying to get 2 possession lead because you do get the ball at half.
Absolutely. You know, they could, however, try and do a quick handoff or a pass to Wharton. He has that speed around the outside. He could really make a difference as they are now lining up.
As we get ready to rock here for 3rd down in their own territory. Ball is at about the
Trips on the right side. This could be dangerous. He takes a snap, dropping back. Feeling pressure in his face, looking around, and he is taken down! Perfect for the Redcoats. Great pressure up there. I believe that was Sean Granger, and the Redcoats call a timeout. They stop the clock. They're trying to preserve a little bit of time. 1:13 left in the quarter.
What a play right there, getting right to him, forcing this punt, which what we are going to see.
Trying to get the pressure up there. Now, got to imagine the Redcoats are discussing fast. Get the ball down the field. You don't even need to score a touchdown. Get in field goal range.
Obviously,
you can get in Solner's range.
You
can take the lead after the half if you score.
2 field goals put you 1 point down, honestly.
Or a field goal and a touchdown gives you a 3-point lead.
Exactly. You could even just do the bare minimum of 2 field goals, which is what you want. You just got to get in Solner range. You just got it a little bit out to that right side.
Absolutely. You've got only Melville back there. Oh, excuse me, never mind. Rio's out. It looked like for a moment like they were only going to have Melville back there. 4th and 16. The punt team out. Again, in that second wall punt formation, they've got their initial line, and then they've created almost a 3-man second wall to really prevent that blocked punt.
Yeah.
The punt goes up there.
High punt, and this one will
they are going to let that fall, and that will die where it lands. Effectively a slight Redcoat bounce, but die where it lands, inside the 20. And now you're asking Puzio, 1 minute and 4 seconds, 81 yards down the field.
It's possible, Tommy.
Got to
really
imagine
is.
1 timeout for the Redcoats. Got to imagine got to imagine they're throwing the ball. Cannot burn
you can't
the
run
time
the ball.
of running.
No, you don't want to burn time. I mean, you got to get really in Solner range. I mean, would you even attempt a Hail Mary if you only get to the 50-yard line?
I would. There's no reason not to. Got to think you are throwing the ball. You're looking towards the sideline. Unless it's something big over the middle, you got to look toward the sideline.
As we get ready to see what happens, it looks like Gabriel and then on that right side, and they do blow their whistle. I believe it was a timeout for the Redcoats. I believe so, as Aiden De Jesus was the man in the backfield. So this is most likely going to be a pass. They don't really want to.
Timeout by Simsbury.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Simsbury, they have all 3 timeouts now. They do not want to burn them. Excuse me, second timeout there. But they have the timeouts to burn. No reason not to. However, they should not stop the clock for a Redcoat advantage. I got to imagine they're saving that last one to ice the kicker. It's what makes sense there. But it's now Redcoats, this offense, they've got to move fast.
They got to move fast. You have to get down that field. 1:05 left. I mean, you might even have to run hurry-up offense in this scenario.
Got to imagine. Got to imagine they're going no huddle. That's the only conceivable.
That's the only thing that you can do. You can only go no huddle right there.
Or they're going to get out of bounds on every play, and that is a tall task.
We're going to see what happens. Right
Puzio
here we have
in the backfield.
De Jesus on the 1 man in the backfield. Puzio stepping up. He's going to do what he does with his legs, running right side, breaking a tackle, and he tiptoes out of bounds inside that 30-yard line.
Phenomenal job by Puzio. He got out of bounds. He was dead in the middle of the field. He worked his way to the sideline. He stopped the clock. 58 seconds now. And with that, you are 15 yards further forward.
That took 7 seconds, that run right there.
Absolutely. A great job there by Puzio. The wind whipping here might have some effect on the deep ball that you might look at.
I'm feeling it up here, Tommy. I mean, I don't know what
it
they're
is
feeling
frigid
down there. It is frigid out here.
Got to imagine they've got a little coverage from the trees, but we are cold up here. Melville in motion.
Melville in motion to the left side as he gets smacked.
They'll call that incomplete.
They will call that incomplete. Did not make a football move. That was just off his hands, incomplete, as Melville was the man in motion. Puzio looked like he tried to dump off a screen pass to Jesus, but it was just shut down.
But that's kind of ideal for the Redcoats. You don't burn the clock there.
Yeah.
Puzio did a great job. He got to the ball. If that was a fumble, he made sure that they kept possession. He did not risk that for a second. Great job. Looks like they're keeping DeJesus in the backfield. Got to imagine he's the better blocker with that extra power. Melville's a little shiftier on the outside, works as a receiver.
He's definitely a little bigger and a little we'll check the call. This could go either way. I believe it will be a false start, and it is. That's not what you want if you're the Redcoats. You wasted 2 seconds.
Absolutely.
As you're pushed back 5 yards again.
What I could see, that seems like a center error. Seems like the center just did not hear the cadence correctly. He did not snap the ball when he needed to. And now you are 5 yards back. You're looking at a 2nd and 15. Got to throw it here. Get the ball
You have to throw it
out. Get it towards the sideline or run when you get up there.
We'll see what
Conceivably, they
happens
could get in Solner's range in 2 throws.
I believe that they could get in Solner's range in 2 throws. You just have to get really big gains on those 2 throws. Puzio looking to throw.
3.
Steps up. He's going to do what he does again with his legs, and he's tripped
up. And you got to imagine he's moving. He's got to go.
He's got to go. You got to run hurry up offense here.
Absolutely. Great job. He's watching for the signals, and he has got it.
We're nearing that 30-second mark. Puzio looking towards the sideline for a play. You don't have any time to waste that. I would call my own play. I don't know if that's what you should do in this scenario.
It might be what their plan is.
This Red Sea is hyped. Nearing halftime. Puzio redirecting traffic, gonna do it with his legs. Flag is down, but he has enough for the first down.
Let's see, who is this on? You've gotta hope it's on Simsbury if you're Berlin. You cannot afford to go backwards.
And he's gonna be just short of that first down.
But he got out of bounds, the time stopped.
And it looked like there was
flag will take
a flag, and they looked like they are gonna pick up this flag. And they're
discussing it over there. Let's see what the refs saw. Now, if you're the Redcoats, you've got 16 seconds. Conceivably, you've got 2 plays.
You do.
2 plays, maybe 3 if you get a quick one to the sideline.
I would even attempt a Hail Mary.
If you're the Redcoats, you're trying to do a sub 4-second play, get it out to the sideline, take your deep shot, and then I disagree with myself.
Maybe
just quick out to the sideline, try and get in Solner's range, and then that's when you use your timeout. And if you're unable to, take your deep shot down the field.
Oh, and they are pushed back a ton.
Oh, and it looks like the Redcoats are moving backwards here. This is not good.
And are they going to keep this offense out?
Looks like nope. Looks like offsetting penalties.
4th and 9 coming up here, and they're going to keep their offense out on the field, and it looked like it was offset, so a little bit of miscommunication there from the refs, I believe so.
Offsetting penalties there. 4th
and inches coming up here for the Redcoats.
Referee is passionately signaling for a first down. The crowd, a big fan of that one, you got to imagine, and now you've got more breathing room.
Now you do have more breathing room, Tommy. I mean, I think you go out route like you said. I think you try to get to the sideline, maybe even run upfield. I believe you do have another timeout. I disagree with myself again.
If you're not trying to get the first down, get in Solner's range. Or no, get the out route.
Puzio stepping up, heaving a floater, and Carmine Real wanted the flag, didn't get it. 11 seconds remaining.
Good defense
in the half.
Now I'm back to my plan. Try and get in the range or just fire it down the sideline. See if you can make some magic happen.
New style, ladies and gentlemen. Tommy Corsetti has disagreed with himself 4 different times in this past 30 seconds.
You know, opinions change as you watch the game. As the play develops, you don't always stick to the plan. You got to improvise. You've got to go with the flow. Be like the Beach Boys. Go with the good vibrations. Puzio in the backfield.
Puzio in the backfield, ready to take the snap. Puzio looking to throw. Here's that deep shot, a wobbler for Gabriel. He has it! What a catch by Gabriel!
They call the timeout. 4
and they
seconds
call
left.
a timeout with 4 seconds left. What a catch!
Phenomenal catch. They got into Solner's range.
Unbelievable catch right there by Gabriel.
Throw.
It looked like, to me, that looked like it was incomplete.
I agreed, but honestly, that is about as perfectly placed as you want that ball. He got it right between the defenders.
Right between the defenders,
Rio
a little
got
behind
down.
him. but sometimes a little bit behind you is the right play.
Allowed
right
him to
there.
make the play on the ball. Rio got down. Taking a quick look at the weather going into this kick. He missed
57
one
degrees
earlier.
in Berlin, Connecticut right now. It is 44% humidity and 12-mile-per-hour winds, which is a huge factor. I'm feeling it up here.
Absolutely.
And
The
it was
winds have
huge.
picked up. It's a little colder. It's got to imagine that kicking this football is going to hurt. However, they're from the right hash. You don't know.
From the
Gotta
right
hope
hash,
Solner
he
puts
missed
this
to the
through.
right last time. This will be the last play of the half. We'll see what happens.
This time, Cole, I think I'm going to watch the refs and what they call instead of our own eyes. Make sure we get this one
I
right.
mean, I thought personally that last one was good.
I agree. Flags are showing almost no wind on the top. 37 yards should be in his range.
It should be Solner range. Snap is good, hold is down, and it is blocked! Simsbury scoop it up, and they'll
Man, he
blow
is
that
taken
dead in a
down.
bad way to end the half.
Wow.
Solner's
Not
over, too, and a huge
what
gust
you
of
want
wind
to
coming
see.
up here.
Not how you want to end that, but huge gusts of wind coming through anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, not the way you wanted this to go for your Redcoats. They're fighting in the trenches. This is a defensive battle. However,
7-0 at halftime.
let's see
here
how
at
they adapt
Scalise
after
Field
the
at Sims
half.
Park.
Now, coming up next, you have your Redcoat marching band, joined by 5th graders from Hubbard, Willard, and Griswold Elementary Schools, followed by your Redcoat marching band halftime show. We will be back after that for another 2 great quarters. This is BHS TV and WERB 94.5. We will be back after halftime.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome onto the field the Berlin High School Redcoat Marching Band, led by drum majors Nate, DeJacobi, and Cal Constantine. Joining them this evening are the 5th grade band members from Willard, Hubbard, and Griswold Elementary Schools. Together, yeah, give it up for them, come on. Together they will perform 3 cheer tunes for you. Let's Go, We Will Rock You, and Rally. Let's hear it for them. Marching Band will perform their show, Mission to Mars, featuring 4 songs. Red Planet Magic by Gustav Holst, 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars, Inner Light from Star Trek, and Forget You by Bruno Mars. Ladies and gentlemen, your Berlin High School Redcoat Marching Band.
free from sports for a few weeks. It's amazing. They just let the kids quit when it's What's that?
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it once again for the Berlin High School.
They both kill pain, so.
I know.
Last week it was like 2 games back.
Yes, but we didn't.
Oh, good.
It was, yeah. I asked him yesterday because I have an Instagram page and I sent it up. And I used it on there and he was like, yeah, I don't need it.
That was nice of you.
Yeah. Yeah, most of it, I mean, that was just like a scorpion.
Not a real person.
I thought there was somebody.
Well, I don't know who was in front of him, but they were like,
Yeah.
I got here late. What happened?
He was like scorpion.
I know, but like, how did you line up?
He did it. It was a great tackle.
Oh, he had a
He
tackle.
had a tackle, yeah. And he ended up flipping over the guy and ended up with his leg.
Good.
So it was a good
It was a positive play. It wasn't like he was just on a
No,
scorpion for
right.
no reason.
Because that happens too.
I know.
nice to see you.
You too.
Thank you.
defense. Where the Simsbury Trojans will be kicking off to the Berlin Redcoats.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to your second half of Redcoat football here. Redcoats down 7-0 against the Simsbury Trojans. However, they're receiving the ball to start off the half. They're looking to tie this up and make this a more competitive game.
It's been really defensively sound in this game, Tommy. I mean, this Redcoat defense, this Simsbury defense, especially that block kick at the end of that second quarter, right before halftime, is huge as we get ready to get into the action.
Lots of football left to play as he kicks the ball off, soaring down the field, and it'll be fielded in the end zone. Rio looked like he wanted to return that one, but is in the end zone, and as CIAC rules permit, he's in the end zone. That's a touchback. So they will be now
that is a touchback. Anything
moving
that
up
goes
the
into
field.
end zone, if you're in the end zone and receive that, that is a touchback.
Moving up to the 25-yard line. Or excuse me, the 20-yard line.
So we'll see what happens here. Jake Solner was 5 for 5 in your last football game versus the Bobcats, and Jake Solner now is 0 for 2.
0 for 2 with a blocked kick, though.
He needs to step it up right now if they want to win this game, because the game could be a win or loss based on your kicker.
Absolutely. I mean, Solner hits that first kick at 7-3. It doesn't get blocked. It's 6-7 and basically a tied game. Puzio takes a snap, hands it off to Melva, who drives up the middle, runs a guy over for a gain of a few.
You see, Riccatelli is throwing right now. I don't know if that means anything.
Maybe warming up. Could be an interesting prospect.
Riccatelli was the starting varsity quarterback, but has been replaced by the junior Cody Puzio. He's just faster. He's more. I think he has a better football IQ, me personally.
But Riccatelli does have that power behind him. As Puzio takes a snap, high toss off to Melville, who pulls it in, cuts up the side, cuts to the middle, and that should be close to a first down. Let's see if they give it to them.
Did not look like the best toss, but it could have been a blessing in disguise. It was right over his head. He had to jump up there and get it, and he was able to run forward for it. Looked like a first down, maybe just short a bit.
No,
maybe
they will
stepped
not
out of
give him the
bounds.
first down.
Looked like he might have stepped out of bounds a little bit earlier there.
Absolutely,
Tommy.
but still a good gain setting up.
And this is actually holding, so they're going to be pushed back.
That is brutal.
It's not what you want.
2nd and 13.
2nd and 16 coming up here for your Berlin Redcoat offense.
Let's see, can they get out of this slump? Their offense is not playing as well as it needs to be to stay in this game.
In these previous couple games, their offense has been absolutely amazing.
They just have not been able to get that spark going.
Has not. Jesus, the man in the backfield. Motioned out to the right.
Muzio's face lofted up, just out of bounds.
And
It's like a bunch of miscommunication there around the whole team. DeJesus had to be signaled where to go.
This has just been really a bad offensive game for both sides in particular. I mean, Wharton did have that one play, but besides that, the offensive game has not been solid at all.
Out of that. But outside of that one play, neither offense has really produced at a high level.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not, Tommy. I mean, this Redcoat offense has not done much. Neither has the Trojan offense, except for that one touchdown.
There was a flag on that last play
like
that was declined.
3rd and long.
Who's in the backfield, takes a snap, dropping back. 4 in his face, has time to throw, fires to the outside. Caden Tirado just cannot pull it in.
Tirado would have had a first down had he reeled that one in. It was a little high. Had to jump up there and get it. He has not been catching well this game thus far.
That should be a catchable ball. It's wide open. Should be able to pull that one in. And now it looks like they are sending out the punt team again.
It was a good placed ball, in my opinion.
Crowd obviously displeased with that.
As Revenoff is back to punt to these two Simsbury, we have not seen much from them in this game as they've been fair catching it every time.
Almost blocked, and they call the fair catch again.
They will let
and
this
that'll take a slight Redcoat bounce. And And they'll be down at about the 45. Got leaves flying across the field right now. It is fall, which means the leaves are falling. Fun fact, that's how I learned the difference between the different seasons. And now, looks like we will continue back.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
see if
this Red Coat offense has just been amazing in previous games. They haven't seen anything, and this defense has stepped up numerous times in multiple games. And he'll just keep it himself as he'll get a gain of about a couple of yards there as he gets brought down by this Red Coat defense who's just been absolutely solid, getting right to Matishik.
So the wind picking up here.
We feel it up here. They probably, I would say, feel it down there. Do have the trees, the leaves are falling off those trees as we see
Entire
right now.
side of the field covered in leaves. As he takes a snap, pressure in his face, dropping back, gets it out quickly, and is brought down before he gets the first down. And at a 3rd and 2 now.
Looked like senior Lucas Revenoff who brought him down.
Takes a snap quickly, and a flag called.
Low throw.
Flag on Simsbury.
We'll check the call. We'll see what it is.
It's thrown right as the ball was snapped. You got to imagine it was an offsides or something similar.
You have to hope. You have to hope that it's always on Simsbury at this point in the game. We're under 10 minutes to go. You have a total of around 21 minutes left in this ball game.
Simsbury moving backwards.
Simsbury pushing back 5 yards and bring up 3rd down and 7.
Like 3rd and 7 here.
I mean, you gotta just stop him here. You have to stop him here. You have to stop him here if you're the Red Coat defense. If you don't stop him here, this could be a huge momentum shifter in this game.
Showing blitz. As he takes a snap, pressure in his face, fires it quickly. It is caught for a Simsbury first down.
Into Red Coat territory just like that as this Berlin Redcoat defense gives up another 3rd down.
Not much you can do about that one.
Not much
Good
you can.
pass over the middle. He hit him in the hands. And now they are moving fast. They are not huddling.
They've been no huddle all game.
Handoff, bounces to the left, and he is shoved out of bounds, but not before a gain
That
of
is
6.
Cremens, typically the receiver, only a couple reps for Tyndall, I believe.
Absolutely.
Only
The
got a
Redcoats,
couple reps, and Cremens has just been this running back today.
absolutely. The Redcoats have got to get a stop here. They cannot afford to go down 2 possessions in this game. The game, as it is an in-division game, could mean life or death for the Redcoats' playoff hopes.
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. You can't lose this game.
Takes a snap, play action, fires to the outside, and it is nearly intercepted by Torado there.
It looked like Torado had a great read on it. He looked like he would have picked it off. It looked like he jumped that pass right there, but he just got it right a little bit short.
He was watching the quarterback's eyes. He knew where that ball was going. It was a great read that he made. And now looks like the Redcoats trying to make a 3rd down stop.
And it looked incomplete as Matishik trying to get it out quick, I believe so, as we'll see what happens for this Red Coat defense, and they got to step up big time in this game as Matishik has been a huge game changer in this game, Tommy.
Absolutely, and now
we'll see what happens.
looks like it is going to be 4th and 5. Are they going to go for it here? Offense staying out on the field. Could be a huge momentum shift for the Redcoats.
Defense has to stop man coming
With the
to
motion. So snap, dropping back, fires it down the field, and that is
Broken
another
off!
great defensive play. Caden Torado, 2 great defensive plays at cornerback.
Great defensive play there by Caden Torado, who's been such a good defensive back for the Berlin Redcoats in past games, and especially now.
It looks like that is going to be a turnover on downs. Redcoat offense coming out there.
It's what you need.
Great momentum shift. They are looking to drive here at their own 35. They can just get 65 yards down the field. This is a nothing in the ball game.
Cody Puzio with Aiden DeJesus in the backfield.
Takes a snap and looks to take him himself, and he is wrapped up very quickly. Crowd is starting to get agitated with the lack of production from this Redcoat offense.
Cody Puzio coming back in the huddle, trying to get and string together a touchdown drive. It's what you need here right now.
Just need that spark to get this offense started.
Coach said, here we go.
So we'll see what happens here. Carmine Rio on the left side. I believe that's Torado in the slot, rocking the Jordan cleats as they run fullback with DeJesus. Puzio looking to throw, rolls out to his left, and DeJesus with the catch as he tries to get what he can, and he's brought down just short at about the 40-yard line.
Great way to try and extend the play, but it is not enough for the Redcoats to get that first down. You're looking at another 3rd and long here, 3rd and 6, and the Redcoats have got to get the first down here. They have got to produce offensively. You cannot go into the 4th quarter risking a 2-possession deficit.
You can't. You have to just hope and pray that this will be a touchdown drive.
Absolutely. Puzio in the backfield from the left hash. Getting ready, takes a snap, hands it off. Big open gap, he's got the first down. He's getting up the side.
Sideline.
Breaking tackles. Almost suplexing.
Slammed inside the 20.
Number 8 there, Theo Kadawu. Wow, what a great run by DeJesus.
A great play. What a run by DeJesus. Had all the time in the world, and a man looks down for South Windsor.
Momentum now firmly in the Redcoat direction. They are trying to produce and try and get in the end zone. And oh, it looks like we have a player down on the field. This is not good.
Or Simsbury. I mean, what a run by DeJesus, though. That's going to put them at a huge position, especially that's a huge momentum shifter just under nearing that 7-minute mark in this game.
Absolutely. A 50-yard plus, not 50 plus, almost 50-yard run really puts them deep into the red zone. Solner's warming up. They're in his range. They are looking to get into the end zone here. I would look for those snaps with the quick rollouts, let your offense produce, get the ball down the field. I think the Redcoats are going to score it here.
I think that if you score here, that's huge because Simsbury's offense has done nothing much as this Berlin Redcoats offense has started to get back in a groove and back in a rhythm, as we'll see what happens here. DeJesus in the backfield with Puzio as the quarterback, and Carmine Real lined up on the left side. Hands it off to DeJesus, who's immediately met.
Number 62 there on the tackle. That was Aaron Zapponi there, made the tackle.
Aaron Zapponi, the middle linebacker, a solid defensive player I've heard from Simsbury, the junior, 5'10", 195 pounds, and he just muscled Aiden DeJesus down.
Absolutely impressive. Solo tackle on DeJesus, whose specialty is breaking through stuff like that. DeJesus in the backfield again. They're seeming to like him in the backfield late in the game. Melville in the slot now.
Melville in the slot on the right side. Torado in the slot on the left side. Puzio, sprint, fake, fires. DeJesus has blockers, cuts it back in the middle. DeJesus in the middle. DeJesus, touchdown Redcoats.
What a play.
Aiden DeJesus with a huge run earlier and an easy touchdown there. Off the screen pass, got great blocks, and we are within 1 point here at Sage Park.
DeJesus, he breaks the tackles, he makes the moves, he gets up there. Phenomenal play, great read, and the Redcoats are within striking distance. The Red Sea is fired up. They are ready to go. And now we've got Solner lining up the extra point. And now
Solner ready to attempt the PAT. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Snap down, hold is good. The kick is up, and it is
There's no doubt about that one.
That one is good.
Up the middle.
And the Redcoats tie this game up at 7, 6:16 left to play in the third.
3 plays, they were down the field, they scored. It's a 0-0 game now.
DeJesus, all it took was Aiden DeJesus.
Absolutely, absolutely. Moving the ball with great efficiency, breaking tackles, incredible job there. Great job by Puzio making the right reads.
Great blocks, great screen pass. Can't ask for much better screen pass than that.
You know what I'd call that? Great offense. It's what the Redcoats have been missing all night, and now they finally have it. You're hoping they keep producing it in the same way.
Momentum shifter it can't possibly be as Jake Solner gets ready to boot this one. I would boot this one out of the back of the end zone, not risk much.
I disagree. I want an onside kick here. Really keep that momentum. I don't think they'll do it.
You're not going to get the onside kick as the ball is going to be booted out of bounds inside the 5.
Is out of
but
bounds.
there is a flag thrown.
Out of bounds on the kickoff is a flag. The Trojans will now get the ball at the 40. You can see Kyle Melville trying to hype up his team, trying to get him ready for this drive.
The captain.
Look at a quick replay with a Pike analysis of that touchdown.
So you see right here, Cody Puzio lined up with DeJesus in the backfield as DeJesus will go off a screen pass. Right here, it's a play action, spins out of it, and then just dumps it off. DeJesus has 3 blockers in Balicki and multiple others, cuts it up to the middle of the field, breaks, I believe, 2 to 3 tackles, and will just get into that end zone easily every time. Touchdown.
He takes a snap, swings it out, and he is
Morgan
met by the Redcoats
met.
defense.
What a tackle by the
That
Redcoats
was Kyle
defense.
Melville up in there. He made that play. Great job.
Kyle Melville, one of the best cornerbacks on this team. I believe he is one of the cornerback 1. I believe he is. As Kyle Melville getting right in there, getting that tackle. He is really solid right now as this Redcoat defense has momentum and hype swifting their way.
Looking at a 2nd and 10 here. 2nd and 9, excuse me. Showing blitz. Takes a snap, dropping back. Pressure in his face from Balicki. Breaks the tackle. Jumps out to the side, and he will try and run, but is taken down pretty quickly for about a gain of 3 yards.
The momentum that the Redcoats have right now is astounding.
Balicki was right up the middle, pressure in his face. He forced him to roll it out to the side.
Absolutely amazing
Generous 3rd and
play.
6 here.
I mean, he's in there a lot. I mean, Will Balicki is. He's getting right to the quarterback multiple times. He's a really solid guy, very strong as well.
I'm the Redcoats here. I am trusting your secondary. I want to see cover 0. Send 6 or 7 guys. It's like they're showing that as he takes a snap. Only rush 3. Plenty of time thrown out to the side, and it is called incomplete. He did not get the foot down.
Coming up here. A great play by the Redcoats
And it is
defense.
now 4th down. The referee right there, he saw he did not get that foot into bounds.
The
and
crowd
now
is loving it here at Sage Park.
And now the Redcoats coming out. The special teams coming out. Punt team. A good punt return here would be huge. They have taken control of this game.
5:25 left in
A
this game.
punt block would be massive. However, Simsbury does run that second wall. They have an initial line. They have 3 guys back there to create a second wall. They allow the snap through, and then it's just a second layer. It's very difficult to block a punt off of
This is probably
it.
not going to happen, but fake punt?
No. And they don't rush many.
They do not fake punt. They will
Punt, that's gonna take a
Redcoat
Simsbury.
bounce at the
Oh,
30.
and he
Going to be
Melville
fielded by
takes
Kyle
it.
Melville, who's going to be spun. That was a smart play right there, I believe, by Kyle Melville. He got it and spun out of it.
He
right
saw
to
the
30.
bounce. He took advantage. He got a few yards up, trying to give his team a little bit of momentum.
Get ready to see. So
And
get
now-
ready to see what will happen for Cody Puzio trying to lead another touchdown drive.
Absolutely.
Being the quarterback, you got to pull the strings for another touchdown drive, or even a field goal will put you at a 3-point lead. And your defense is playing astounding right now.
And now, from what I've seen from this Redcoats team all year, this is the moment when they take over. I'm expecting a huge play here, driving down the field. I'm gonna either Melville or DeJesus or Puzio.
See what happens, and they do give it to Melville, running up the middle as Kyle Melville keeps pushing, dives at the 40-yard line. He might have a first down.
Gonna be close,
And
but there
that'll
you
be
go.
2nd and 1.
9-yard gain. 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 coming up here for the Berlin Redcoats after a solid run by Kyle Melville.
This looks a little bit more like that Redcoat offense, dominant in the run, but good enough in the pass where you can't play full run protection. They have the ability to air it out, and that's how they get you. They draw you in to that run prevention defense.
Puzio
and they
has
air
an
the ball out.
underrated arm, in my opinion.
Atta
So get
go.
ready to see Puzio hands it off. Melville cutting back up towards the middle. He's got enough for a first down, moving those chains for the Redcoats as he gets across the 45. The ball will be placed at about the 46-yard line.
Great run there. He moves the chains. He is driving towards Simsbury territory.
Kyle Melville is now out of the backfield with Jesus, the main man in the backfield.
Melville in
as
the
he's
slot.
Slot receiver to the right. Play action, throws the screen pass to Gabriel, who cuts back to the right. Gabriel has speed, running down the sideline, shoved down,
great
lost the
play.
ball, but he's inside the 35-yard line. What a play by the Redcoats offense, another big play, putting them into Trojan territory.
Every single offensive weapon on this team has 3 things about them. They're fast, they're elusive, and they can break tackles. It is works to their benefit so much. They're being trapped on the sideline. They're meeting defenders, but they just evade them. They fight through them. They get those extra yards. That's what makes this offense so special.
We'll see what gets on right here for this Redcoat team. Puzio throws a screen pass, and it was right in front of Kyle Melville. Melville just had to try and reel that one in with one hand.
Like Melville, a little unprepared, but
that is fine. I mean, it didn't look like the greatest of passes. It wasn't bad. It was a smart play, smart read. But he looked to me about smart enough to drop it there. It looked like he would have gotten popped had he caught that ball.
It's like Melville is off on the sideline. He did hit his head pretty hard on one of those plays. He was concussed earlier in the season. He might be out for a little bit.
Might be out for a play or two. As you
Tirado
have Tirado back in the backfield. The give to Tirado, cutting upfield, looking for a block, and he'll get spun down. Not going to get much there, as we will face 3rd down coming up here for this Redcoat offense.
Melville pulling back on his helmet. He looks ready to go back out there.
Melville is ready to get back on the field, and he will be. It was a play or two, like we just said, and 3rd and 7 gets ready for this Redcoat offense.
Close
trying to get
to, I would not quite say yet in Solner's range, but right there. At the point in which you try it.
I think you're a couple yards away. I mean, this would be, I believe, his career long.
Absolutely. Generally, I would like to, if I'm the Redcoats, I'd like to be at the 30 to try the field goal. But the 31.5, you might have the distance. We'll see. I mean, ideally, you're getting a 1st down here.
It'd be a 49-yard field goal if Solner can even attempt it. Timeout called.
Redcoats obviously seeing something they didn't like there.
The Simsbury Trojans, I believe.
And now, discussing offensive and defensive strategies. If I'm the Redcoats here, I'm playing for that 1st down. I don't want to settle for a field goal. I want to take a dominating lead.
I would try to be going for that 1st down. It looks like Solner's coach is talking to him, and he might be attempting this if they don't get it. If they don't get the 1st down, he might be attempting a very long field goal.
Absolutely, but I wouldn't put it past him. He's got a great leg. He's got the range. He used to be a soccer player, but got to imagine they're going to, I would expect a quick pass out to one of those explosive offensive weapons. I don't think they take the shot yet. I think they do soon. I think they try and push it down this field soon. Let Puzio's arm work.
I think you do a screen pass here. I really do. I think you do a screen pass, get those blocks.
Try and hit Melville or DeJesus or either of the Rios. Even Tirado, who's had some troubles this game, could be a huge offensive piece here.
I think you could see Carmine Rio. I think you could see Tirado. Tirado, the man in motion to the right. Puzio, play action fake, rolling out to his right.
Down the
Lofting
field.
DeJesus, he's got it! Inside the 15, down near the 10.
Great play. He rolled out to the side.
Aiden DeJesus.
Hit him right on the sideline. Hit him right
behind him, another floater thrown by Cody Puzio. We're nearing that 2-minute mark in this 3rd quarter.
Great throw. He hit him in the hands, under pressure. Really well done by Puzio. He does not fault under pressure. He gets the ball to where it needs to be.
Ball will be placed at about the 11-yard line. They stack 3 receivers on the left side. DeJesus, the man in the backfield. Melville and Tirado are the 2 closest to Puzio. The handoff to DeJesus. He is in. Touchdown, Redcoats.
Great play.
DeJesus.
That's what we're talking about. Great offensive drive. Berlin storming down the field, not letting anyone doubt they are in control of this game firmly. 2:18 left in the 3rd. Redcoats.
I mean, DeJesus, the powerful runner. He's had both of the last 2 touchdowns in this game for the Redcoats.
And now Solner lining up that extra point.
Snap down, hold is good. The kick is up,
and that's a flag.
A flag is thrown.
Flag is on the play.
We're going to seem to wave this one off, and we'll check the call.
If I was to guess anything, it seemed like that rusher off the right side was a little bit fast. But
I mean, we'll see.
we
what
will see.
happens. We will see.
Like it was a penalty before the snap
Personal foul.
on the Redcoats. It's brutal. It's like they're
They're
going
gonna
backwards.
Go backwards here. Still Solner range.
Absolutely.
Looks like a personal foul against Berlin.
Like a personal foul there against Berlin.
And I mean, De Jesus is super solid. You hear the Redcoat team just hyped up right now. You hear the Red Sea especially.
Absolutely. And now, Red Sea excited about that touchdown. They're ready to go. They're raring. They're fired up.
See from the seniors to the freshmen all hyped up in this game.
Absolutely.
After you see flags in there. You see the blackout.
Absolutely matching the Redcoats jerseys for tonight.
It was blackout themed. I like
Going
those
back
black jerseys personally.
Further.
Those black jerseys to me, Tommy, I think personally I like them better.
I like them. I think with black pants they'd look even better. But
Rocking all black. I
now,
feel like
as it is a personal foul, the Redcoats are coming back 15 yards. This is going to be a
huge.
nearly a 30. This looks like about a 35-yard kick here.
34 yards,
34.
about 35, Tommy. I mean, we'll see what happens. This is definitely Solner range. It's a heck of an extra point.
There's a whole lot of effort for just 1 point, but it could mean the difference between winning and losing.
Solner getting ready to kick this one through the uprights. We'll see what happens. Snap down, hold is good. The kick is up, a wobbler, and that is good.
No, it is not.
No, it was wide to
Off
the left. It looked good to me. It looked like a wobbler. It looked like it had room to spare. The wind pushed that
Gotta
one.
imagine the cold has an effect. It is cold out here. Personally, my toes are freezing, and I don't want to kick a football right now. Can't imagine Solner's having a better time.
And no, they called it good.
Did they call it good?
Looks like they're kicking this one away.
Well, it was a PAT, so. Seems.
Did they call that
I
good?
think it was not good, and they're just kicking off here. The Redcoats kicking off. If they can have a dominant defensive possession here and take a 2-possession lead, this would be huge. Just a field goal would make it a 2-possession game and firmly put the Redcoats in control.
You got to imagine, Tommy.
High spinning kick will be fielded and returned.
By
Cutting to the left.
Cutting to the left
He's got
side.
speed. He's got blockers and is taken down from behind. Number 30 there,
Now,
Anthony Mangilo, on that tackle.
Now, Tommy, I think if you're Solner, your foot is hurting right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you've kicked this ball, I believe, 4 times, including kickoffs. You kicked it probably like 6 times.
Personally, never kicked a football that far, but I got to imagine it hurts.
I
Now-
mean, I've kicked myself a 40-yarder.
Pretty impressive call. And now Simsbury looking to line up. Takes a snap, hands it
Hands
off.
off.
Goes up the middle.
Colin
and brought down
Crimmins.
quickly. And now, after a quick stop, Redcoats looking to continue their dominance that they've had during this third quarter.
Got to imagine, Tommy. You just have to imagine that this defense will just play how they've been
Takes a
playing.
snap, dropping back, throws it to the side, caught there and taken down promptly. Great defensive play. It was number 87, Shane Butler, on the catch. However, he was quickly brought down by Gabriel and another.
Gabriel, one of the best tacklers on this team. 3rd and 5 coming up here for this Simsbury offense.
As he is in the backfield showing blitz. Motion as he takes a snap and penalty flags across. We'll see who it's on. False start offense. Simsbury making those mental mistakes.
Going backwards, those mental mistakes, like you just said, Tommy, are a huge deciding factor in this game.
Absolutely, but now looking at a 3rd and 10, got to imagine they're going to throw it here. You don't want to put all that on your running back, but
Back 5 yards to the original line of scrimmage, and bring up 3rd and 10.
Takes a snap, dropping back under pressure, and he is brought down in the pocket. Swarmed by Redcoats.
Looked as
CJ
if
Riccatelli hit him first. Both Granger and Balicki were in there, as well as Melville. Great play there, and now punt team coming out for Simsbury. 14 and a country mile. Got to imagine Redcoats are feeling good at this point in the game.
I would agree, Tommy. I mean, it's going to be 4th and 20, Tommy. It's not going to be a country mile. It's going to be about 20 yards as Melville and Rio come back to return this one right here as we get ready for another offensive possession for the Berlin Redcoats. Under 10 seconds to go as they will wind this down into the 4th quarter.
I mean, Cole, who really knows what a country mile is? I think it's widely up for debate. Anyway, the Redcoats let the time wind down. We want to thank you for watching on BHS TV and listening on WERB 94.5 Berlin High School Radio. We will be back in a few with the start of the 4th quarter. The Redcoats hoping to win this one. We'll see you in a few. And we are
in the 4th quarter. 12 minutes left to play on BHS TV. We're 94.5 radio. 13-7. The 2-5 Simsbury Trojans hoping for another defensive stop like they've done early in this game.
Out. They're going to try and trust their defense here, despite the momentum the Redcoats have.
And here comes the punt.
It's a high one that looks out of bounds.
It's going to sail out of bounds.
Nearly falls into the crowd.
As it fell right towards the Redcoats sideline. They all looked over as Cody Puzio gets ready to string together another solid offensive drive.
At the Simsbury 41. Redcoats in prime position to take complete control here. This could be the game-defining drive. The Redcoats score, that's it. It's a 2-possession game with a defense that's been playing well and all the momentum towards you.
I don't know if you could really call it over after a touchdown. I mean, there have been crazy things that has happened in football before.
Absolutely, but you have to, if you're the Redcoats, you have to imagine you feel good with a 2-possession lead, the momentum you have in this amount of time left.
Absolutely, Tommy, absolutely. I mean, but I wouldn't get too ahead of ourselves if I'm the Redcoats. You don't have the win yet. You need to close it out.
Puzio has an empty backfield.
Puzio has an empty backfield with Gabriel lined up on the right side. Torado, the man in motion. To
Takes
the left
a snap,
side.
rolling
Puzio
out, pressure in his face,
left,
rolls the other way.
Back.
He's got room.
Puzio,
He's got room to run in a blocker.
Melville,
a great block up the sideline. Out past the 30-yard line. Great job there, extending the play with his legs.
Cody Puzio, a really solid running quarterback, running down that sideline, able to get a really solid gain as their first down Redcoats moving those chains.
Great job there by the Redcoats offense. They've got the momentum. They are moving the ball with ease. This is the Redcoats that we saw beat up on Manchester. This is the Redcoats that won last week. This is the dominant offense with that steady defense.
Melville, the man in the backfield, with Puzio as the quarterback. They hand it off to Melville, who'll try to get what he can. He's down near about the 20-yard line.
Wrapped up there. I will say, the Redcoats' offensive line on these interior runs has been faltering a little bit. Looking at a 2nd and 5 here, they have not had the ability to create these big gaps they need more than once or twice throughout this game. They really need to be focusing on that to ensure that they maintain the control of this game.
Absolutely, Tommy, absolutely. I mean, you're running another fullback formation right here. You have Carmine Rio on the left side, Gabe Rio on the right. Torado, the man in the slot. They're going to give to Melville, bouncing to the outside. Now cutting back inside, and he's met immediately by the Simsbury Trojans defenders. It looked like number 9, Tate Mariano, was right meeting Melville at the line of scrimmage, and it's not going to be much. Maybe a gain of about 1, bringing up 3rd down, and it looks like 3.
Now, it's like Puzio's coming out. Got to imagine they either throw it or they try and create. I would go like off a bubble screen, let that speed work.
I would agree. I think you do go off the bubble screen. You do have a really fast team, especially the receivers, speedy. All defensive backs, they stack 3 on the left side.
Pressure.
They're going to hand it to Jesus. Does he have enough for a first down?
That is close.
It will be close, maybe a football link just short. We'll check the call, see what they do call right now. And it's a first down, Redcoats in the red zone and moving those chains.
The Redcoats have been getting those close yardage situations. They've been getting great spots on all of them. They are getting across the chains by just enough to keep that ball on their side.
Cody Puzio has been having himself a solid game, but Aiden DeJesus has definitely been his best weapon. 2 receivers on the left side running fullback again. Puzio play action fires. It is caught. Gabriel, can he get in?
Close.
He is a yard short,
On
but
the
a first
2-yard
down.
line.
Just to bring up 1st and goal coming up here for
Down on the
Gabriel.
2-yard
What a
line.
catch.
It's a great play. You had to be expecting the run there if you were Simsbury. They've been running it this whole drive to great success, but instead you run the play action. Despite the fullback in the game, you hit your receiver right in the hands. Great throw, great timing.
Torado and DeJesus subbed out for Balicki, and it looked like Cam Lavoie are the 2 new players coming in as Puzio trying to make sure of this for his coaches as we'll check what happens here. Melville, the man in the backfield, with Nick Balicki also in the backfield.
IMC and Rio one-on-one on the corner. Hands it off to
Hands it
Melville,
off to
who gets
Melville,
wrapped
who
up
is
instantly.
met by number 52 on the Trojans, Kevin Washwitz. Got immediately to Melville. Like you said, I see Gabriel on that right side one-on-one.
I like that one-on-one. He's a great high catch point receiver. He's able to pull it in. I'm seeing the same thing. And you never know. Maybe they'll rip a little tush-push action.
I mean, they could. You have Balicki and Melville in the backfield. We'll see what happens here. They're going to give it to Melville. He is in. Touchdown, Redcoats.
The Redcoats take the further lead, stretching it to 2 possessions. They're an extra point away from a 13-point lead.
The wind is blowing under 9 minutes to go.
And they're signaling for 2.
They want to make this a 2 touchdown game. You could possibly
Puzio
close it out
staying
with
out
this right
there.
here. We'll see what happens.
They want the
Puzio
2
staying.
points. They're looking for that commanding lead.
Maybe a drop kick.
I don't think so because they don't have a kicker out there.
Drop kick.
Oh no, I misinterpreted there. I don't think it's gonna happen personally.
Unbelievably rare. You have
However,
three on the
Cole,
right,
if it's a
2 on
drop
the
kick, I'll give you $20.
Shake
Melville
on it,
in
Tom.
the slot. Takes a snap. He's running it up the middle himself. That's a 2-point conversion.
Cody Puzio with the 2, running right up the middle, following his blockers, and they lead 21-7 late in the 4th.
And that is a great job. The Redcoats 2-possession lead, 8:17 left in the 4th. This is what you're looking for. This is the Redcoats you recognize. Something during the half must have fired them up. They have been playing great, great, great football this half. And take a quick look at that touchdown play again.
So we're gonna see right here, you have Gabriel lined up on the right side, one-on-one. Nick Balicki, the freshman in the backfield with Kyle Melville.
This is the
As you
first
can
time
see,
we saw this formation.
the handoff right to Melville, who dived right up the middle, and an easy touchdown to put Kyle Melville on the stat sheet.
And there you go. And now Solner getting ready for the kickoff. Now kicks it off. Gonna land at about the 10. It is fielded. He's taking it up. Cuts up and he is taken down.
Like
Number 24, Adrian Jasek, the sophomore, gets in there on the special teams and he makes a great tackle.
Number 24, Cole Nadu, Tommy, senior.
And that is my bad. I
The
apologize.
6'1", 108-pound senior looked like he cleared him nearly.
Looked as if he picked him up and planted him into the turf.
I mean, I have seen that in NFL games, especially last year.
Absolutely.
See what happens here.
Dropping back under pressure, hits his running back, and he is wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Nick Balicki, a freshman, making that defensive impact that him and his brother are known for.
Second and 12
second and
coming
12
up here
here.
as that was a loss.
And now The Redcoats are feeling good. You've got to imagine. They're making some great plays here. They are driving.
They are driving. They were driving on the offense.
Takes a snap, dropping back under pressure, rolling to his right. Fires down the field, incomplete. Melville on the coverage and a flag.
And it looks like Gabriel's not happy about that. It looks like it's probably going to go against the
Likely
Redcoats.
pass interference or defensive holding.
We'll check the call, see what happens.
If you're the Redcoats, you got to be hoping for holding. Got to
Gotta hope
imagine.
for holding, and
You cannot take a spot of the foul, but
3rd and 5 coming up here. This will be 3rd down.
looks like they called it as a holding. And never mind, they are taking the ball up. That was pass interference. Chains are
for
moving.
Simsbury.
Honestly, it might be enough for Simsbury to get that spark started, but this Berlin defense is playing so well. They're hungry for more. They want to destroy this team. As he takes a snap, dropping back, fires quickly to the side, and is met. CJ Riccatelli there in an instant, along with half a dozen other Redcoats, makes a great tackle.
Great tackle there by CJ Riccatelli, the captain for this Redcoat team, the middle linebacker.
Playing a great game of football. Now it seems as if the Redcoats, they have firm control. They are not letting up. Nearly 7 minutes left in the quarter. Time is not out for Simsbury, but I'm sure that it feels that way.
Yeah.
2nd and 10, showing blitz. Takes a snap, only rushes 3. Pancake on the offensive line with a flag. Rolling out, fired down the sideline, will not matter. I think we had an offensive hold there. From my point of view, it looked as if a Simsbury player was sitting on a Berlin player's
holding.
face. And you're not allowed to do that at any level of football.
You're not allowed to at all, Tommy.
Generally against the rules. Now they are
Like
moving
number
the chains
65 was taking a nap right there in the middle of
Looked as
the
if
game.
he selected his pillow. It was Aaron Lawler. Looked like he chose for his pillow to be his opponent's face. Did not end well for him. Second and what I would call about half a country mile. Not a full one. We discussed, the real parameters of a country mile earlier, but now
2nd and 18 coming up.
2nd and 18 is still pretty far. Showing blitz again. A drop back, only rush 3 under pressure. Sheds a tackle from behind, breaks another one, and just gets himself out of bounds. Great pressure.
He did not eat the turf that time, broke 2 tackles and got shoved out of bounds. He's
You are
still half
seeing
a country mile away.
Some phenomenal defense there. They are only rushing 3. They are exclusively rushing Revenoff, Velicki, and Granger, and they are pressuring him every single time. It just shows you how phenomenal this defensive front really is for the Redcoats. They just are great at creating pressure and creating stops. It's truly impressive.
Absolutely.
As he is now back in the pocket. Takes a snap, dropping back, rushing 4 this time, pressure in his face, evading. Again, he's deciding to run it, trying to get to the first down, but he will not have enough.
I think if Simsbury, I think you go for this. I mean, obviously you're down 14. You have
It's
to
only
going to
be about 3 yards, 6 minutes left. You gotta go for it.
You have to go for it.
Should be an obtainable play. The Red Sea emptied out a little bit, but still seeming excited, and it's like a 4th and 5. Seems like they're sending out the punt team. I don't love this choice from Simsbury. I feel like at this point in the game, you got to show your cards. You got to play for it, but it's not seem like that's what they're going to be doing.
Now, for those at home who are wondering, the Berlin Redcoats football program is the last fall sports team left, as the soccer teams and the volleyball teams have just finished their seasons on heartbreaking losses.
And we have got the play called down for a flag. If I were to guess, false start on the offense. It has been a constant blight of the Simsbury offensive lines tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, you're punting this ball. I disagree with that. I disagree with you punting this, Tommy. I mean, you just have to go for it there, and then, obviously the false start, that pushing you back, I think now you punt it.
I would guess if you ask any football fan around the country who just doesn't even need to be that invested, sits down, watches their team every Sunday, they would say you should go for it. But after this penalty, maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know if you go for it now as we see this one punt away. A solid punt. It will take a Redcoat bounce. Bouncing inside the 15 and is still rolling inside the 10, and it gets out of bounds at the 6.
Great punt there. That might be, outside of their one touchdown, the Simsbury highlight for the night. It's a great punt. They got it down. Great kick there from Simsbury. You know what would not surprise me here at all? Is the Redcoats drive this 94 yards right down the field.
I mean, 94 yards right down the field. I mean, I would love it. I mean, it would put my prediction close to what it was.
So your prediction is a whole lot more accurate to mine. You predicted a 35-14 Redcoat win. I predicted a 23-27 Redcoat win.
Getting started a little bit late bloomer, you could see right here from this Redcoat team.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely not. Puzio with Melville in the backfield to give to Melville, cutting upfield, and you're just going to see a lot of this, trying to wind down this clock.
Absolutely.
Because now you could really put this one away, under 6 minutes to go.
Got to imagine, if you're Berlin, you're just shredding the clock. You know you have a lead, you know you have the momentum, you know you're playing better. Although, it's like Melville is hobbling off the field here, like something in his leg is going on. That is not a good sight for the Redcoats.
Absolutely not, especially this late in the game. You're under 5 minutes to go, nearing the end of this game.
It would not surprise me at all if we do not see a single another snap from him. Let him rest. You have, unless this game gets close, you have the lead. Don't even risk it.
Limping off the field on the sideline. Puzio hands it off to Torado, cutting up the left side of the field. Torado brought down inside the 15-yard line.
Looking at a third. Oh, they gave the first
that's
down.
going to be a first down, Redcoats, and you can put this one to sleep. Just tuck it in, close the door, and turn the lights off. This one is over.
I don't know quite yet, but it certainly feels that way. I'm sure.
They're under 5 minutes to go.
Simsbury, not a bad fan show out. They travel well, but that crowd seems dejected. Those stands are a whole lot emptier than when this game kicked off, I will say.
You will see the Red Sea is also starting to empty, trying to beat traffic. I think they already say that we won this game.
Absolutely.
We don't know what will happen. Dasher is in the slot. And the give to Torado, cutting up field, and he gets absolutely slammed.
He got RKO'd there. And as much as the Red Sea is a great fan section, their customary move is the instant you can determine the outcome, they are sprinting for their cars. That is their thing.
Absolutely, especially being a town where a lot of people show up for football games.
Absolutely.
There's a ton of traffic all the time.
You've got people here ages 3 to 83. There are fans of
You might
this
even
team.
see a fetus here, Tom.
I wouldn't go that far, but maybe.
I mean, we see kids, we see
You do.
adults, we see old people, we see a ton of people here at this game.
Absolutely.
They all love their Redcoat football as Puzio gets ready for this next offensive snap. It's going to be another run, and there it is. To DeJesus, just spun down.
Almost spun out of that. He almost could have ran it all the way for a touchdown.
He could
DeJesus
have.
having a phenomenal game.
Absolutely. So, this Redcoat team is playing absolutely unbelievable thus far, especially DeJesus in this fourth quarter and the third quarter. And stick around for some Redcoat player interviews, which you will see at the end of this game. Who do you think is going to be the guy that we interview today, Tommy?
I have a pretty good guess. Might be a group of them, but I think Aiden DeJesus will be part
Absolutely.
of that group, without a doubt.
DeJesus, Cody Puzio.
Puzio, Melville we've interviewed in the past. He is always very kind to us, always gives us great interviews. Absolutely. I would be more than happy to interview Will Balicki as well. We've got a great game from a bunch of good players.
Absolutely.
I'm sure we will not have we will not have slim pickings. We will have a wide.
I already got my question for Will Balicki. How about that hit at the beginning of the game?
Absolutely.
Smacking him right over the middle as Cody Puzio gets ready, trying to wind this clock down under 3 minutes. Puzio looking to throw. He'll just tuck in and run and slide, trying to chew clock. We're under that 3-minute mark that everybody looks at.
Smart move by Puzio. Sliding, don't risk the injury. It's not worth it at this point in the game. They should win this, and there's no reason to risk the rest of your season. Simsbury,
timeout called by Simsbury.
still fighting, although it seems like a worthless one. I won't lie to you.
Yeah. I mean, this game is definitely over to this point. You have 1 timeout left.
Without a doubt.
2:54 left in the game. Down by 14.
Absolutely.
I mean, a dumb Redcoat play could end to a pick 6, an onside kick, and then you get a touchdown. I mean, but that just seems super unlikely,
Cole,
Tommy.
if that happens, I will give you $20.
Tommy, you are betting on live television right now.
I apologize.
Shake on it. The Redcoats are back on the field now after the timeout called by Simsbury. And Tommy, will you shake on that $20?
Takes a snap,
Hands it
hands
off
it
Torado, cutting to the right side. Torado moving inside, and it looked like he kind of tackled himself there as he looked like he slipped, trying to cut back inside.
Absolutely. Timeout.
Chased down by number 3, James.
Timeout called there by Simsbury. Final timeout of the game.
.242 left in the game. The final timeout called by Simsbury, and this one will just be.
Seems like Redcoat Band is still hyping up what's left of this crowd. They are excited. We got a 3rd and
You
5
see flags here for the Redcoats in that Red Sea.
A little bit more of a red raindrop at this point, but
Red puddle, if you will.
there we go. You got to imagine they're just going to hand it off here.
They're just going to chew this clock way down.
Absolutely.
Puzio trying to draw him off sides. Trying to draw him off sides multiple times.
And did he get him?
3 times, and
Oh.
they did not get him.
We're going to draw him off sides. Did not seem like he
Flag
got
on the play, looking like a false start. Why are you trying to draw him off sides at this point?
free first down. Essentially seals the game.
It is 3rd down.
Seals the game more so than it already has been.
Do you
but
pass it or do you run it? What do you do? What do you do? Because this is kind of confusing. You want that first down to ice it, but then you also want to chew clock.
Run it. Simsbury has no timeouts left. A run here will take you to the 2-minute warning, and then at that case, it's game over. Unless a incredibly quick score and an onside kick. Oh, looks as if the Redcoats called a timeout instead of taking
Trying to
that final
discuss over
seat.
what they're going to do on this 3rd down at 5.
Absolutely.
Tommy, let me ask you, what are we doing after the game tonight?
Cole, I'm a simple man. I think you already know. We're going to Chili's. Customary location for a
Chili's, huh?
post-TV broadcast.
Chili's after a TV broadcast does sound incredible as we get ready for the 3rd and 5, which could be the icing on the cake for the Berlin Redcoats if they convert this.
Snap, he's
Puzio
dropping
looking
back.
to throw, rolls out, fires. He's got Rio, and he's not going to have enough for the first down, and they lost yards, I believe. Looked about brought down at the 30.
And the clock
But the
will
clock
roll.
is moving.
This will be it. The clock will roll. They will send out the punt team. They will, if in my mind, they're going to draw this round right to the 2-minute
Yeah.
warning.
We don't have 2-minute warning in high school football, Tommy.
They're going to draw us down to the 2-minute mark regardless. Maybe even take an intentional delay of game and
Well, I might try to get this play clock down to 1. And pump this one away, and it will bounce at about the 35-yard line, rolls to the 34, and
I did not see a player touch that, but seems like they did.
they blew it dead.
And this is the point in which you got to imagine you're sending out.
Under 2 minutes to go, this game is for sure over.
Melville's still out there. Good for him. Playing through some injuries here.
I mean,
Now, and Melville coming off. Barring a miracle, seems like the Redcoats have this game.
brought
And
down.
the time will continue to roll. Simsbury moving quick, but
Nearing that
I don't think it will be
1:30
enough.
mark.
Dropping back, and he is kept in bounds.
The Redcoats looking to close out for their 5th straight win.
3rd and 3. 3rd and 3 here.
Take about 6 yards. They're going to 3rd and 3.
Takes a snap, dropping back, throws to the sideline. Enough for a first down and to get out of bounds, but again,
Pass complete to number 87, Shane Butler.
little too late.
Trojan, first down.
You can hear the Redcoat band playing Iron Man. It's really how this defense has been playing. They dominate. They are like iron. They do not bend. They do not break. They solidify. Takes a snap, dropping back, pressure in his face, rolling backwards, throws it, and nearly intercepted. Throws it away.
Intercepted there, and we are under that 1 minute.
Eli
mark.
Rice, the junior there on the coverage, and we are past that 1 minute mark.
We're past that 1 minute mark. This game is
In
58 seconds left in this game. Redcoats on top 14. You need a miracle here. You just need an absolute miracle gift from the heavens.
And knowing high school football, those are far and few between.
Most likely, probably, almost definitely not going to happen, but we will
Absolutely.
see.
No reason to not try.
Fires, and that's not going to be a first down.
But gets
It
out
is
of
a
bounds,
game.
clock will stop at 50 seconds.
Pass complete once again, number 87, Shane Butler. Pushed out of bounds by number 18, Eli Rice.
So it's going to be at 3rd and 7.
Pick up a few yards on the
Majority.
I think you just take a deep shot here and just,
Absolutely. I mean, you're in 4-down territory, no doubt about it.
yeah. I think you just have to take a deep shot here.
Try and fire down the sideline, see what happens.
You have no timeouts, and it looks like they probably will, and he gets
And does
popped by
not
Torado in
seem
the
to be
air.
enough for a first down. Did not get out of bounds. The clock will roll.
And they just got to run hurry-up offenses. You have to just throw a Hail Mary here.
Dropping back.
Just lift
Fires
it,
quick.
caught, looking for the sideline, and he's got it
Gets to the sideline.
with 25 seconds remaining.
Absolutely. Simsbury seeming to have faint signs of life.
first down.
Redcoat cheerleaders are happy. This town will be happy after this win.
However, I can confidently say the Red Sea has dried up. It is an empty section, only rushing 3. Pressure in his face, rolling off, breaking a tackle, throws out of bounds to the sideline. Almost hit a Redcoat coach in the face.
Yep.
Second down.
I mean, it looked like he was looking towards the camera down there.
Absolutely. Our cameras are not cheap. That would have been quite costly to Simsbury High School.
As we get ready, 17 seconds left, and this will probably be
One of the last 2 or
one
3
of the
plays.
last 2-3 plays in this game. Hail Mary onside kick. Hail Mary, Tommy. That's what you need if you're Simsbury. You can't even just try for the getting to the outside. It's impossible at this point.
Absolutely.
Just lofting it to absolutely nobody.
Overthrown.
Pass is incomplete.
Life has faded from the Simsbury Trojan.
12 seconds remaining in this game as your Redcoats will advance to their 5th win in a row.
An incredible hot streak after a shaky start.
1-2 start, losing on a Hail Mary to Platt, and then losing to Daniel Hand, getting absolutely killed. But now they responded beautifully with 5 straight wins coming up here.
Absolutely.
for
Putting him
the
in
Redcoats.
prime position for the playoffs. As Simsbury takes the last snap of what will likely be this game. Throws it
High off
incomplete
his
to the
hands,
sideline.
incomplete.
Looks like he gets one more at least.
Pass once again is
For
incomplete.
4th down.
And I mean, just chuck it up to the end zone. and just-
Absolutely. However, I have not seen a deep shot. He might not have the arm to do it. That is a real possibility. You're looking at a 45-yard ball.
he does have the arm. He's thrown 35 yards, Tommy. I mean,
Well, if I'm looking at this field correct, he is 45 yards away and not 35.
you can step into your throw
More
a
likely
little
than
bit.
not with his drop back, it's going to be closer to 50.
This game is over officially. Winds up towards the middle and
Intercepted.
intercepted. Carmine Rio with the pick.
We'll run out the clock.
The
And your
Redcoats with the
Redcoats.
knockout blow. The Redcoats have won their 5th game in a row here at Scalise Field at Sage Park. The Redcoats take down the Trojans.
Dominant second half by your Redcoats there.
Aiden DeJesus,
Exactly
Will Balicki.
what you were looking to do. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in a little bit with some post-game interviews. We'll see you in a few. And also, goodbye to our listeners on WERB 94.5. You will be returning to your regular scheduled musical programs. We will see you soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Cody Puzio and Will Bulicki. I want to ask you guys, how does it feel to win 5 in a row?
It feels great. I mean, it shows what we can do and what we're capable of.
Absolutely.
We're just trying to make a point to the state that we can win this. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So both of you guys were key players in this game in a 21-7 win. What were some key defining plays in this game that helped you guys push through and end up getting the victory?
I mean, we had a turnover that was not great in the beginning of the game, and I got that ball back real quick, so I think that was a good turning point.
Yeah, I think the game-defining moment is when that first drive when we scored again. We really rallied, and Aiden DeJesus had a great drive too. And it shows what we're capable of, and it shows what we should be doing every drive.
Absolutely. We'd like to thank you all at home for watching. This is BHS TV signing out. Gets the ball where it needs to be.
Ball will be placed at about the 11-yard line. They stack 3 receivers on the left side. DeJesus, the man in the backfield. Melville and Torado are the 2 closest to Puzio. The handoff to DeJesus. He is in! Touchdown, Redcoats!
I'm seeing the same thing. And you never know. Maybe they'll rip a little tush-push action.
I mean, they told you have Bulicki and Melville. See what happens here. They're going to give it to Melville. He is in! Touchdown, Redcoats!
The Redcoats take the further lead. I don't think so because they don't have a kicker out there.
Drop kick.
Oh no, I misinterpreted there. I don't think it's going to happen. Personally.
Unbelievably rare. You have
However,
three on the
Cole,
right.
if it's a drop kick, I'll give you $20.
Jake
Melville
Hunt.
in the slot. Takes the snap. He's running it up the middle himself. That's a 2-point conversion.
Cody Puzio with the 2 running.
Specialty is breaking through stuff like that. Jesus in the backfield again. They're seeming to like him in the backfield late in the game. Melville in the slot
Melville in
now.
the slot on the right side. Torado in the slot on the left side. Puzio, sprint, fake, fires. DeJesus has blockers, cuts it back in the middle. DeJesus in the middle. DeJesus, touchdown, Redcoats.
What a play.
Aiden